Matches are... Hello? Hello? Gus isn't even in here, camera. Hello? All right, that's better. You can't be going limp on me, brother. Come on. There we go. Camera knows.
Crazy, right? Because for 100 Thieves, I think that they were kind of on the coming up, or up and up in their own stage, right? In stage 2, we didn't really expect them to take the #1 spot. That was kind of up in the air. We heard things about FlyQuest and how good they were doing. That's something that they had to work on. For VP, they weren't at the mid-season, right? They were in Guangzhou in China with us for that mid-season tournament, and now they are the #1 seed. They're re-cementing themselves as the best team in the world, and this is a match to do that for sure. Yeah, they came through this series with no losses in their bracket, so that is going to be why
they're going against thieves who struggled a bit in that stage. But where's Gus? Oh, he's around here somewhere.
So much history on these teams.
Yeah, I had to restart because I accidentally sent out the wrong live notification. But here's the plan for today.
But now that we're in the land, it's a different battlefield.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is watch some Ignite matches for a little bit.
This guy coming into his own.
And then after that,
that's kind of been a big thing because Delena,
after that,
in the early days during the War of the Realms tournaments was kind of taking the star of the show, but ever since that early sort of era when Bucky was starting to become meta, when that character
maybe some more arc raiders.
This man has been nothing but dominant and has been one of the best players in the world to match the opposition for VP, where Sparker also has a claim to that throne.
Oh yeah, Sparker is insane. The first ever 6-piece in this tournament so far in those stages. But yeah, both of these players can.
Wait, what are these first two teams? It's Virtus Pro and who? I didn't see. Caden, thank you for 20 months. Appreciated. No, it's not. This is the playoffs. Like, so this is the first LAN match. There's matches today, tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday should be the championship game.
Absolutely. I think that it's close. It's going to be a hard game because it is going to be a best out of 3 in this upper bracket, right? You really have a good shot to come back in the lower bracket, as it is going to be a best out of 5. But a lot of it is based on who can win that first domination, who's going to.
It's going to be a good one. I think as we see the better and better teams play against each other, we've started to note it. Also, what in the fuck? It's so blue. We started to see how sustain in this game is actually like maybe a little too much.
Coming in as the coach of that squad, formerly a DPS player. I mean, this Stratus line is phenomenal and has leveled up too throughout the entire stage 2.
Exactly. They are a strong team, but they do not come without their flaws. One of the things we haven't seen a ton from them is Psylocke, who is very prevalent right now in this meta. They've been electing to try to ban Psylocke out, especially against talent that is strong with Psylocke, akin to something like Sparker, who is disgusting on that hero. So in this banning phase, do you think we'll see that?
You think?
We might definitely see.
I have a lot of thoughts recently.
People even talked about Rocket Raccoon.
I have to take a little bit of a step back.
But yeah, going back to it, like you mentioned, Psylocke is in there. You see Remix hyping up his squad. Getting
Are we doing Gambas? Fuck it, sure.
Thieves, and formerly a professional player as well in the hero shooter genre, coming in, was looking for a job, and one of the best teams in North America picked him up as coach. He's been really part of their mental being stronger, and we're almost near that ban phase, and we'll see if Virtus Pro and their squad can.
All right, 2 minutes. Gambas up.
It's like you mentioned, and like Moxie mentioned on the desk too. Sometimes the team that you got, or sorry,
let me go blow my nose really quick. Honestly, I got boogie.
Hero pool, right? And I'm sure VP have a very good read on it as we enter that ban phase right now, Shib, and that asymmetrical system, and a best out of 3. We start on Burn T'Challa on the very first map of the day.
Yeah, it looks like we escaped there. We finally see Burn T'Challa together early on here in this tournament as we start off with our bans. Mantis and Venom immediately ripped right off the start here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that the Venom's been dominant throughout the tournament. I think Jeff as well is a prominent hero. VP banning out the Mantis, doesn't want them to play that because we've seen Delena make that switch, Phil over to that hero a lot of the times, banning out Venom of their own because with that Jeff team.
All right, what we got for bans? Mantis ban, Venom ban,
hero, one of the best already, and now
double Venom ban, not surprised.
on the opposite side come through for VP. And this is something that you were talking about, Shib, is that these dive sort of compositions, we even have a viewer in the crowd, I believe, with a bunch of what is a dive, what is a sort of big poke hero. We have a lot of cosplayers coming out here in the crowd already, and Captain America, one of those dive heroes that is well known in the scene.
Cosplayers of what is a poke hero? Wait, what?
Region and just overseas in general compared to the Americas region, still a ton of talent in terms of Cap over in that region as well. But yes, very dive-y, very scary, and that banning out that Bucky is a way to help just boost that dive
double
potential.
Jeff save
right now is in a very strong state and actually has been protected by both of these teams more than you would think. So, you know, definitely taking more of a front seat in this meta.
Cap Jeff save is interesting.
Constantly buffed over the course of the last few patches.
Wait, what about their second save?
There it is.
Oh no, it's coming up. Never mind.
Playing out how we thought it was going to, and this is what a lot of coaches talk about in terms of teams like Chopper Mag, which was brought up at the desk as well.
War Tomato, I think, with 5 months. Appreciated.
Protect for 100 Thieves. We'll see what VP ban against it.
There's a proper crowd this time. That's fire. Well, this one is not. So the one in China was a closed event. It was only friends and family, I think. This one is actually at DreamHack Atlanta. Keeping the 8 months. Appreciated. Adam save, Cap ban.
Got to shout out the fact that that Adam Warlock placement has been very strong. When a team is using that Karmic Revival, 100 Thieves do a good job of fully committing to that fight, so you get the maximum value out of those reses, because a lot of teams that are struggling in these early stages, they're trying to match that Warlock, but they just have a tough time committing and getting KO'd, so the res finds value. Instead, it's just a waste of an ultimate. But when you can turn that around and they commit a ton of ults to try to sweep your team, you come back with a Karmic Revival, all of that is for naught, and you're still holding on to the point, which means so much here as we start up in domination.
Starting off, Shib, this is going to be a heck of a match. First game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise because we're headed to Burn T'Challa, and it is the Marvel Rivals Ignite Grand Finals, and we're just getting started on this Friday and Halloween, like you mentioned, Shib. So happy Halloween to everybody in our audience, and this is going to be an incredible matchup between two awesome teams. So what a better way to start off the week with Virtus Pro versus the 100 Thieves.
Get on Overwatch. Well, one, no. Two, I've actually been wanting to play more Overwatch recently. I've been having the itch a bit. Do I mess with Arc Raiders? So Arc Raiders, really quick, as the match is starting, I actually have a video that's going to be going out somewhat soon this morning because I recorded it last night. Retro just was up really late because he's learning how to edit and make new thumbnails, which is like the new thumbnail for today's YouTube video. If you see it, he's actually trying a new style and learning Blender, which is cool. So I wanted to give him a little bit of a break. But if you want my full thoughts on Arc Raiders, you'll be able to see it in like soonish. Alright, so this should be a really good game. This is 100 Thieves and Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro, I think, should be the favorite. But 100 Thieves also has been pretty damn good, but they did get smoked by FlyQuest and also Navi. Was it FlyQuest and Navi? I know they got smoked by Navi, but I think FlyQuest beat Navi, so. Sparker comes back and picks off Vinny. Also, is it just me or is it a little choppy?
For 100 Thieves who now drop back and reset.
Am I crazy? Is it my internet? Is my internet kind of shitting the bed?
So VP trying to close out this first fight, Shib, as they surround the objective, and even with losing the damage-dealing power of Daredevil, able to take the comeback against the 100 Thieves and win that point first.
Was choppy? Okay.
In these domination maps, that first
I didn't know you could do that to break through those walls so easily.
So once you get that first fight win, that definitely bodes well for the team that caps first.
That's our rank 1 thing / Groot.
Into this alleyway choke, which is a danger spot to be locked in on. Again, nerves are high as we start up here. Terra trying to take that height to force eyes up.
100 Thieves historically has always kind of just lived and died by Terra getting big kills, and VP is no joke on their DPS line with Sparker. Did they double? Oh, they doubled. He eats nothing just to stay alive.
He's dodging, doesn't want to get connected by anybody that can CC. And meanwhile, Millennia is able to find one off the map, goes 5, but he's able to come back.
No, he got back. How did he get back up?
Gonna be brought back on the fight as well. Has that res available, and Terra in the sky with the Galactic Legend forces out that freedom charge.
Wait, I know you have the shift, but like the travel time on it. He was so low to the ground, I'm surprised he made it back. Or so low to the kill box.
and walking them to the spawn door.
Yeah, they force out that cocoon from Delena, and this front-to-back style isn't really working out at the moment for 100 Thieves. They're getting pushed back to the spawn. TTK gets staggered, and that's a brutal one,
yeah,
too. He might have to
VP is just kind of like
yeah, it's getting
really fucking good at dive.
Definitely have to make a change as Vinny is going to be on that Strange, trying to find an
Vinny goes for the
here,
portal.
this portal come through, and here it begins. The touch will come through. They do have time, but this is a crucial battle to win. The res ready here for Delena. TTK with the Psionic will begin this fight. Bond goes out early. There's that Psionic seduction.
By the way, the gambits for each map, by the way.
Nobody is walking in that direction just yet. Delena's Bond is gone. Res is available, but very low, as there is so much focus on top of Delena with some really strong movement now. Dropping backwards, keeping the team healthy. Ease available. There's the E coming out for the It's Jeff.
Has to go for the ult so that way he doesn't get eaten by the Jeff. Smart.
Huge ultimate is TTK's now.
Very smart, actually. I think VP just gives this up. They just give this up and go again. They're at 99. Yeah. It's because they portaled, they used res, they used Emma ult. As long as 100 Thieves doesn't fuck up this support ult rotation though and double ult again, that should be okay this fight. And the next one would be the 1 versus pro and win. I'm surprised they're going this aggressive here.
Their team now is going to build together and try to commit, but no. Sparker early on drops the Galactic Legend. Moto finds one there as Vinny takes out Fi to hold on tight, but there's a lot of
Didn't they just double support ult again?
Sparker on the high side,
they did.
Backwards towards that back line, but the team is going to drop backwards.
Do they treat it differently because the Jeff ult's going for the eats? I think that was a perfect fight for VP. They just walk in now with both tank support ult or both tank ults and a support ult, and they just win.
Yeah, they've done a great job of pulling out that bond early on there from the side of Adam Warlock, and here comes the engagement now. It's Terra is going to be.
Oh, Terra's on the Daredevil.
TK finds Nevix Finzi though onto Delena, who might have self-res to keep the numbers up on the side of 100 Thieves. Doesn't look like it. Yep, there is that res. A Sparker now takes out Harvey, and again another big trade once more. Still maintaining pressure on the point. 60%.
He's not getting him.
It's going to be stalled as VP
he ain't getting his ass.
Here from Nevix and Dredro. Yeah, great.
He's going down.
He goes down to Sparker, and with that, 100 Thieves
also, double Daredevils for the first time. Yeah, 100 Thieves? Questionable Jeff / Invis ult usage so far. They did double Jeff and double Invis ult twice.
You're able to get it to 99% like that. It is an insane percentage of success rate in terms of you taking that map. You know, it would have been a huge win there for 100 Thieves. The bounce
Do I
back
custard creams? What the hell is a custard cream?
Could not pressure through, especially when
Raven thing in the prime.
Absolutely.
Gecky thing the 8-month server. I missed that earlier. Appreciated. Reaper thing in the 13 months. Do they not have comms? I mean, you're literally looking at them playing on a stage with their headphones, so they obviously have comms. It's just either they're fucking them up or they're okay with using both, and I'm not sure why. You know? No, BK thing 14 months. Well, looking at these teams, Virtus Pro has multiple LAN experience players. Nevix, Finzi, Didro, Sparker, Scythe. All of them I know for a fact have LAN experience. I don't know if Fi does. On the opposite side, other than China LAN, I'm not sure how much experience 100 Thieves has.
Beautiful play there by Dredro to sweep the front and back line.
Dredro probably has been the best Jeff in the entire tournament. I think it's at least the most interesting and unique ultimate.
Bro, he just killed their whole team. You never see one Jeff kill an entire team in pro play. That's the first time I've ever seen that. He always gets like 1 or 2 maybe.
To take them at least off the map, or they go down during it. 100 Thieves now have to set up the line in this ult yet again, but VP are well aware that they're going to play around that res.
Yeah, the big difference right now might be the support line of VP.
Using that ascend and descend button to be juking like crazy. That is the strength of Angela. Millennia now going to start up with the Jeff, trying to find as much value as we just saw from Dredro.
I mean, the other thing is, 100 Thieves is running triple support with Delena on the Atom, and Delena is obviously a really good player, but he's a DPS player, right? Both of VP's players that are on support are support players. And I feel like there's always that sense of like, oh yeah, I can, like, of course they can play those other heroes. They can. But is someone always gonna, like, in my opinion, I don't think someone's always as comfortable on an off role as their main role, you know? It's almost impossible for someone to be as good on 2 roles. Like, you can be insane at the game and so good that you can play all 3 roles, but at this level where you're getting pushed to your absolute maximum, there's always a role that you'll be best on and most comfortable on and have your most impact on. And having someone being on the, like, on technically an off role, if it's not like the most meta dominant strategy, maybe isn't the play. Maybe having Delana over on a DPS hero would actually be more advantageous. But I know that they've probably been scrimming this, it probably has made sense.
Goes the It's Jeff now from Dreedro. Everybody using those cooldowns to buy time. That It's Jeff finds 2 again.
He actually didn't get the Strange, but
and get the allies out, but will he be able to hold? Are you kidding me? What a
LeBron? Hello? Honestly, no, that wasn't LeBron. That was like Steph from 3. Holy!
You will have to commit off map.
Yeah, I mean, Nevix is the one in his mouth. Nevix gets back too because Millennia flew out. So because he's Angela, has perma flying capabilities, he doesn't even get taken down. So
and they flipped it back.
That's horrible. Vinny with the portal gonna come back, but there's no ultimate.
Bro, that was dude. Those were probably the 2 sickest Jeff ults I've ever seen.
Nevix and Sparker, who both have their ultimates.
Portal comes through now, folks. Potentially the final fight here of this first set.
100 Thieves is better when it's 2-2-2. VP is playing 2-2-2. 100 Thieves could play 2-2-2. They're just choosing not to.
Is going to pop out that invisible boundary to counter up with the Galactic Legend. Galactic Legend now is on the back line from Sparker, but it just now to deal a little bit of damage as it will be for not at the current moment. Some more damage and healing again towards the front line. They're still maintaining positioning as nobody's dangerous, but Fi trying to find one.
Oh, Fi goes down. Uh-oh. But if they get Vinny, oh, that's a good trade, actually. Oh, Delana's over on a Star-Lord now. I like this swap. Oh, he almost got his ult off that, but he actually got pinned out of the spin to win. I didn't know that you could do that. I didn't know it would cancel the spin to win.
In a bit of a it's just a tough spot as we see right now. Nevix doing more damage once more to the front line. Out goes the It's Jeff, trying to look to find a big eat, and it has some potential here. Dreedro is gonna find no one with a huge set of movement.
Damn, first miss for Dreedro. But VP still has the point here, so they could just decide to give this fight up and still be okay, because they have Capel and they have, well, both tank ult and they have Daredevil ult coming up.
As well to help heal for that point in the fight. Fi going a little bit too aggressive. That was cleaned by 100 Thieves. If they could reverse sweep right here, that would be a huge momentum shift. Nevix going over to the Thor as well. They want to set up that dive that way. His Angela maybe not panning out as well as Fi's been having a little bit of a tough time.
He's about to let his devil out.
Yeah. Clearly, that new switch in composition here from 100 Thieves has been working as we see Star-Lord there and adds more pressure onto things.
Yeah, I think it made a good swap. I think the triple support wasn't working. Millennia gets Fi.
With ultimate is a ton of value. The team needs to play together, try to get towards that 90%.
I think we're watching teams make adjustments in real time. They've swapped off the comp they were comfortable on to something else, and they're rolling. 100 Thieves might be finding their rhythm.
So clean from 100 Thieves. I mean, even I don't think.
So they have support ult, which is big. That's what 100 Thieves like is basically win condition, is having a good support ult. I don't know if the thing ult's gonna do much. I'm be real with you. I think he's got to hit a miracle shot. Nevix is onto the Thor. Is that because they're on the thing? You just go Thor to just start pumping them? That's like my ranked strat. I didn't know that would work in this.
Still have teleport available if need be. Sparker going to commit here with the Galactic Legend, chasing on a TTK who tries to get the tackle. Is going to be very low, but does seem to escape at the current moment.
Oh, Sparker gets 2 though. That's huge.
Sparker is on an absolute rampage.
I want to see a Thor POV. What's Nevix doing?
At this point, it is going to be a tough retake if it's even possible.
Well, he built a full ult, so yo, I don't know what the Thor swap was, but I wish I got to see more of that. VP dominates round 1. So let's hope. Let's all hope and pray
smart map pick, and what a map to do it
that
on.
there's not much downtime now that they're at land.
Dive style, playing the Angela, switching to the Thor if need.
I'll give you a few extra minutes because of
Sparker's popping off. Fine, looking a little bit shaky at points, but really in the group stage he proved he is the best Daredevil, or if one of the top 3 for sure.
In between
this
maps.
whole squad coming together and what everybody assumed to be the God Squad. Everybody behind the scenes in the MEA backing this team as to be the best in the world, and it's for a very good reason. As you can see, the 4th seed out of North America, but fourth seed out of the group stages rather in Group B, looking a little bit shaky there on that map as it was a 2-0 on Burn of the Chala.
Yeah, just to build off of your point there from Fi throughout this whole stage too, and even coming in here to the land has looked really good. I think Sparker takes a lot of the focus in terms of just praise, but Fi is consistently showing up, like you said, with that Daredevil, who I think plays a huge role.
Is TTS on? It should be.
Yeah, he's been kind of consistent. He's been the backbone behind this squad with that anime mouse pad. Obviously, you can see on his screen.
Anime mouse pad is crazy at land.
Kind of been coming into his own. Yeah. I'd like to
I want to see what the crowd looks like. I know it's very early in the tournament for LAN, but I'd be still curious to see if there's a lot of people that have stopped by.
Him picking up Daredevil, maybe even Iron Fist in the future and stuff, that's kind of the way forward for this team. Sure. Not every team has that flexibility that VP has, and that's why they're sort of meta-proof a lot of the times. They just don't have any weaknesses in the squad that you can really point out. Yeah,
I think we see some of the most successful teams where they have a duelist that's very strong and a smaller pool, and then they have a very flexible duelist as well.
There's not a lot of people there, apparently. I wouldn't be surprised. It's very early DreamHack, too. It's the first day of DreamHack, Friday. Actually, first day? I don't know if it's Friday or Thursday is the first day.
Crucial for this team. But I do think that's.
But I'm gonna be real with you.
Being able to come in here with Daredevil and look this strong, very well played.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but against Daredevil, like you mentioned, you can't really hide.
I'm gonna be real with you, chap.
Right? I assumed on the first map, just considering how long range it is, I'd be a little bit worried for them. But the pressure was just there on VP's side. They were constantly diving in with the Daredevil, and you could never set up if you're Delena, right? If any team is, kind of smart about things, you're not going to be able to get a res off because you're always going to get tracked in that passive when you're in the cocoon form. And with that, Delena was never able to set up a good Karmic Revival.
I just had to check something really quick.
They were behind in ults, right? Even
I haven't played Dispatch yet. People keep asking me to play Dispatch. Is it really that good?
Right, he'll just use Galactic Legend as long as you force a shred at his ultimate. You are in the edge because you have your own invisible boundary afterwards. So VP playing that macro really well, and you can see the only real thing you can mark onto their case is maybe Fi's going a little too far sometimes, and if that's the only issue is your micro, I think this team is in a good spot moving forward in the tournament.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just utilizing, like you said, the ability to see invisible heroes or heroes through walls, it does do a good job in almost peeling or at least shutting down setups of dive, and having that ability to communicate to your team what they're planning helps you know what cooldowns you need to answer that plan, and that is what we've seen a ton from this team, again, looking so good.
Yeah, and you can see going back over to map 1's results in that last map on Burn of the Chala, it was going to be a hard one, I think, for Millennia in the backline. Dridro also has been huge with that Jeff every single time. He had a big ultimate. He's probably the best Jeff in the game. I would say maybe matched even by Vision on the opposite side. There's a few Jeffs that are definitely standing out, so there's more to call out regardless.
Yeah, one of the things we kind of mentioned in the green room is I think Dridro has the best ultimates on Jeff, right? Maybe not the best micro play and decision making, but always huge ultimates, and if you're able to find big it's Jeffs, you can turn the entire tide of every fight.
Absolutely, you're right, Shiv. That's a great call out, and I think that as we continue this series, it's going to be a close one because, like we mentioned, if VP were to win on Yggdrasil Path, which is their very second map of the day, that could send 100 Thieves that loser bracket, and they definitely don't want that. VP knows that they smell blood in the water right now, specifically Dridro does, so we'll see if they can close out on 100 Thieves. Maybe in the ban phase, we could see some potential bans against the Jeff to stop that from happening.
Yeah, I have no doubt we're going to see a shift up here and potentially see that Jeff removed. Remember, folks, this is a map selected here by 100 Thieves, and then after that, if they do take this W, it goes back in Virtus Pro's selection. So ultimately, you do get a pretty big advantage from winning that domination mode because you can guarantee that final map that decides everything is in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the deciding factor. But ladies and gentlemen, it could be the end of 100 Thieves in the upper bracket if they are not going to reverse sweep on We just saw Path, which is a great map for them. That's why they picked it, obviously. We've seen 100 Thieves come back on this map many a times. Even if they were to get first held, this is one of their stronger maps. So we know VP is so good on maps like Midtown, like we saw. That's a hard map to pick against them. So 100 Thieves, knowing that this is their best chance. They also have the most experience on this map,
I had to respond to something really quick. That said, though, chat, yo, real talk, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I was, like, slightly worried. Slightly worried about Rivals these days.
I think it's a smart decision, but removing that Emma and Mantis will help stop maybe some of those triple plays in terms of triple.
I think the next support drop, hero drop, is going to be a big make or break moment. How so? Honestly, I think I should do a longer thing on this eventually, but I feel like they're having like an Overwatch moment where they're doing a lot of good, but a lot of bad, or it's not fast enough for people, and the bads have started to snowball almost to the point where it becomes like a meme, and it's hard to fight uphill versus a meme like that. So they're in a bit of an identity crisis on what they want to do, and yeah, the zombies mode was great. But honestly, I feel like it could have even been like, it should have had more of an impact for how good it was. I think there's a lot of people who probably never even tried it or never even heard about it because they were like, Rivals is not that fun, quote unquote, right? So I don't know. And I actually talked about this a little bit in the Arc Raiders video that's going to go out later, but I've basically been thinking about this thing for a while, which is almost like my new like theory, which is like I've kind of like thought of as like the Marvel Rivals theory, which is like a new game comes out, it's really fucking good, everybody loves it, then the honeymoon phase kind of fades away, and people start to, you know, see the flaws with whatever's going on, and then they drift back to whatever they're comfortable on, right? So whether it's Valorant, Apex, Fortnite, Overwatch, CS, like their go-to normal game, and then they wait for the next big game to come out, and then they go there. But it's always going back to whatever that big old AAA title is. And a lot of the newer games that come out, even if they're good, have a hard time creating a new core audience. Yo, kick it with David, I think the Prime. Is Arc Raiders even that big? I mean, it's got like 250,000 players on Steam currently right now. I'd say it's definitely the game of the week. I think it'll definitely do okay for a while, but there's a lot of things.
Fun one to watch. Again, some teams really excel with that triple Vanguard.
I think there's a lot of good games coming out this year. Yeah, no, absolutely. But like, online the player bases are those games that like have a live heartbeat and keep going constantly. The good games can come out, you play those good games, and then you move on from those games, right? I'm talking about a live service game. For example, we were talking about Arc Raiders, we're talking about Rivals, we're talking about whatever. It seems like a lot of the newer age games have a really hard time getting a core player base. Because people go back to whatever old game that they really like was like comfort food almost to them. All right, lock in.
Just drop them slightly towards that ramp. Terra gonna find 5 again. That's 2. Make it 3. Why don't you 4? As the team is falling early. And
they'll come back for season 6 and 7.
Thieves are running that Punisher to help handle those 3 Vanguards.
Yeah, I mean they're running the storm.
I know what you did there.
For maximum damage. TTK maybe going for a portal block.
Retro, by the way, thank you for the 83 months. David, thank you for the Prime.
Maybe you know that.
Appreciate both of you.
Doctor Strange for now, understanding that TTK goes for the cancel. VP coming back through with the traditional dive composition. 100 Thieves.
TTK on. Oh, sorry, not TTK. Well, I guess TTK. 100 Thieves is good at breaking the spawn hold strat. Actually, TTK came into my chat and kind of explained what they do a little bit. Or, he didn't totally explain. I actually was asked, I was like, am I right that it's this? Like, this is kind of what I was thinking. Like, it looks like you guys are doing this. And he was like, yeah, pretty much, like, the only thing is, like, we send people, like, on flank and, like, push them into that small room. Like, the spawn health pack room. And I was like, oh, that's actually really smart. And so teams have already started to adapt how to break these spawn hold strats. Punisher's also a big part of it, because Punisher can just blow teams down.
Right now, it's just going to be hard for VP to sustain, especially missing one member of their squad. Wow, well done by Vinny, who's been mean on
Fortnalts. He's probably heard more of it than we have.
In a dangerous spot here, trying to deal enough damage, but it is going
Wait, they're going for the Jeff combo?
With Jeff NATO is going to sweep.
Wow.
Two-piece, but here comes a res.
With born again by Sparker, like you mentioned, and now coming back into it, it's going to be.
I'm surprised they went for the Jeff NATO on that, but it kind of makes sense.
So much damage from Terra.
Gotta keep it flowing here with the final judgment.
Huge Strangel, but they're all getting rezzed. Terra just knocked him down, but they just stood back up. Oh, no, never mind. This is basically the Protect Terra show. Everybody's playing Protect the President.
But again, another Venn diagram back and forth here.
Delena goes down. Sparker could build potentially another karmic revival, but Saife falling.
Is there no limit on res? No, the limit is you get 1 life on each res. So like you can res somebody 1 time during the ult. But you also got to see that they also have a Loki. So I think they might have copied Adam, and they had 2 reses. I think. I'm not sure actually 100% on that one. But I saw at least like they got full value out of one of their reses.
Play there by VP on the double res, almost coming back and building for it once more, which would have been insane to see. But again,
Arc Raiders is $40. I'm not that rich. I mean, for a full. Well, hold on, hang on. Whoa, hang on. I gotta check you on that one a little bit, brother. Listen, I know times are tough, but like for a full, completed, well-made AAA title, or not AAA. I'd say honestly it could be a AAA title. If they made the finals, I'd say they're close. Insanely well-made game for $40. I think that is more than fair in today's day and age. That's more than fair.
Keep the shotty out and just devastate that front line as they dance to the butterfly from Sparker.
You know,
destroyed from Terra with a nice right.
I love seeing this. This is just beautiful Marvel Rivals going on a convoy. We get to see the difference between 2 teams.
TTK always just looks his best on Strange. You know, he's absolutely in no way, shape, or form a one-trick. I'm not saying that at all. But like he just looks significantly stronger always on the Strange. Yeah, Terra I think is basically on shotgun duty at the moment. Also, I love how VP can switch between Sparker playing Star-Lord and playing Star-Lord no problems. They back away because the Jeff ult, trade Star-Lord ult for Jeff ult. The other thing that's very interesting, have you noticed? VP is playing 2 support Adam. They're playing support with Adam Invis. Adam's been one of those heroes that, especially in ranked, people refuse to play with just 2 supports because it's not enough healing. VP is showing that actually that extra damage is worth it.
Well, you know who that was saved by as that Eye of Agamotto gets wasted from 100 Thieves? It was Saife. Saife with the invisible shield blocked the Groot ultimate, the Strangling Prison. A lot of times it's going to be hard for us to pay attention to that because of how quick these invisible movements are.
Is Dispatch really that good? Chat, should I play Dispatch today after we watch some of the matches?
It's because of these really good strategist gameplay maneuvers. And on the desk, they talked about Saife being the best in the world. That you can see exactly there. Now in this upcoming fight, 1:20 seconds left to go. 100 Thieves do have strategist ultimates to match VP, but Sparker could be a real game changer with his Dance to the Butterflies.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure how good that Eye of Agamotto was there. A little bit of a panic eye, in my opinion, as it just did not get much value after the whole team falls. Here comes that dance. Once more, the scariest dance here in Marvel.
I feel like it's a boring game to watch. I mean, every game is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I've been getting a lot of people asking this week. Like, a lot of people. Like, I've had more people ask me to play Dispatch than I had Arc Raiders.
To Vinny with some great target prio, and they're still walking them forward as Terra now is on that Daredevil instead of the Punisher.
this is scarier against the dance of the
It's good. Definitely need to turn on the censoring if you don't want to ban. Oh. Good to know. I'm sure there's a streamer mode, right?
He's eating nothing at the current moment and is sent back to the spawn once again.
Yeah, and
I've seen people streaming it.
Potential portal play here, but the team is going to try to stop it. Vinny with a potential huge stagger. That is not what you're looking for with 14 on the clock. You got to try to get that portal there. Typically, you're looking for about 10 seconds to ensure you can get it done, but it is going to be done. Moving away from the spawn door, and the touch comes through. 5 seconds on here for 100 Thieves. Who need to
All right, I'm message retro. I'll get a thumbnail made, and we'll play it tonight. We'll play it after a couple of the rivals matches because I have a sponsor to watch in like half hour anyways, so I got to do that for at least 2 hours. So I'll probably watch for another like 3-ish hours rivals matches, and then we'll play some dispatch. Sound good?
But everyone is back once more as Dreedro finds another huge res, and that has been consistent throughout this whole series. Millennia again in the pick on 5, but once more it doesn't matter when the team comes right back into the fight.
All right, money. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask, so.
100 Thieves can't get any cart space any longer.
Wait, what?
And they get held at 99.7 meters.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie, I was not paying that close of attention on that one. I did not realize they just got smoked.
How many times I've said that over this tournament as he's looked very, very good on that hero. We see Delena potentially flexing to show a Psylocke at the moment on the screen. Not sure that will be the case, but looking forward to seeing this next hold here from VP.
It's always tough to say when we go to Convoy and Convergence Ship, right? Like a lot of times we'll see, teams push full cap a map and then the other team does the exact same thing. It's almost like on stage 2, especially now that we're at land for $1 million in person. There could be those nerves, right? Yeah. That's something we talked about even storyline for
yeah, in some ways.
Phenomenal throughout the entire
although, I mean, I'm a little more
at land, I think it was a bit tough to see
privy to a lot of information. I knew Overwatch was still trying to like make efforts, but like I also knew that part of like I think that a lot of it's also not a lot of it. Sometimes it ends up being not lip service, but like you get told one thing and then something else ends up happening. Rivals was really the kick in the ass that like made them stop going, actually we're not gonna do it because we just can't get to it, you know, like now they just like, all right, fuck it, we gotta do it now. So sure.
They would see a Shredder's ultimate, run away, and then they would sort of recycle once again.
Yeah, that's just very smooth, consistent play, like you're stating. The entirety of 100 Thieves with a ton of finals.
I think Overwatch is more popular than Rivals at the moment. Globally, absolutely. In NA,
but it is a defensible position there on point 2 as we saw here. Heavily engaged, forces all the cooldowns is going to be low, but still seemingly escape at the moment.
I think that's much closer. Corrupting the first one, appreciated.
Some insane movement is able
I think in NA/EU, like Western Europe, where Rivals and Overwatch are very, or Rivals is very popular. I think that is much closer, but globally, yeah, it's probably not close. China and Korea and Japan and stuff like that, it's huge.
In the right hands. The backline looking very strong. A lot of early picks there from Millennia as well. VP now.
Crop, did I get your first one? If I didn't, I apologize. I think it's 20 months. 20 streak, damn.
Do not allow it to scooch forward so you can get your portal on that next.
100 Thieves doing a pretty good job on this hold. Also, I think them going back to the triple support on this point specifically is actually pretty smart. Because I can res in this little room.
Coming back in with the Jeff too. Everybody's gonna get res once Delena decided to pop his.
Yeah, the Jeff ult wasn't enough to save them. They're all just dying point. They get multiple fights out of it. They're gonna TP back. Honestly, Vinny's been stalling for 19 fucking years.
Yeah, that's tough because now you're giving an opportunity for Dreedro to build that ult right back. So it's just more value. If he was able to get that ult off slightly earlier, it would have been insane. But no, not able to do so. Sitting at about 97% during that pick. Good target prio again from VP. As an Eye of Agamotto was available here from Terra, and there it goes to try to counter back.
He doesn't get the Star-Lord. He went for the solo ult on the Star-Lord ult, and he whiffed. I think Terra wants that one back.
Finzi is going to find Delena, who did use that res, make it 2 onto Harvey. Finzi playing lights out here on cap, but still goes down to Millennia.
As long as Sporker and him are alive, they're able to bring it back. Delena with the
Wow, this is a aggressive Psylocke ult.
Really good grouping
I think it was like a 2v4 or 2v5 there. I'm surprised he popped that. Yeah, I did beat him before. I think the video's on YouTube right now. I think it went out this morning.
They switch over to Loki now for VP side to give him some more sustain.
Yeah, those crystals, we can talk about that domain all day long, you and I, how valuable that cooldown is. Much like Adam Warlock Bond can counteract ultimates. Nevix goes under there with a piece of the Abyss. The team is staying together. That reduction in healing about 30%, a new addition here in the new season, but it is not enough as Nevix forces out all cooldowns, can barely escape there from the slow of the invisible boundary. Millennia with some good focus towards Finzi, trying to protect the backline, and that's what you're looking for with this triple strategist composition. Terra gonna find Sparker now, and there is only 56 seconds on the clock. 100 Thieves are playing so strong here on this triple strat composition.
You know what? And this is exactly why you can't count 100 Thieves out. You saw that.
Yeah, it went out this morning. It went out 26 minutes ago.
Up with 45 seconds left to go. They could potentially stop VP here and send it to a map 3.
You're looking now for things like burning cap shield, so this Eye of Agamotto can be more valuable. There is some answers as Fi is going to commit towards the back line here. Terra goes down. Out goes that Karmic Revival. Another ult from VP in terms of using that invisible boundary.
Where's Gus? Is around here somewhere.
Once more is going to happen, and here comes the combination.
Did Gus end up getting in his costume? We will see. We will see. There might be some magic at the 11th hour.
We have to all relocate.
Yeah, Terra's gonna have to mark Sparker in this fight, make sure he can't set that up. Finzi can stall it out with the Freedom Charge as well. 100 Thieves still have ults ready to go. Terra could be huge with an Eye of Agamotto.
And there goes that eye. It potentially finds some. Out goes the invisible boundary. The Venn diagram.
Oh, we meant rivals. Oh. No, I haven't really played, to be honest with you.
Up goes TTK with that meteor M, and down it lands. Not able to get too much value. Deals some damage.
My bad. Sorry.
Venom, incredibly beefy and very difficult to find a ton of success with. Big Feast right here.
Oh, gets the Venom. I mean, not the Venom, the Loki. Wait, Vinny gets this. Oh, no, he doesn't get the Invis. He lost her. Oh, he needed that kill. If he got the kill on the Invis right there, it actually might shut the game out.
Like you mentioned, but Delena, he sees somebody in the high ground. It's fine, ready to go, but everybody's split now for VP side. They're having to use
how useless her ult is nowadays. Her ult's really good. This is pro play. Don't get discouraged. Psylocke ult's very good now. No way 100 Thieves holds this. Holy.
My goodness, 103
yeah.
Thieves against
I'm not sure about Little Nightmares. Hey, thank you for $5 from chat. Appreciate you, but definitely. Yo, holy.
For a reason, one of the strongest groups we've ever seen in the history of even esports. Looking at it from the outside, looking
dude,
even crazy.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Were competitive in that group, and they sent it to
Virtus Pro had a couple very questionable questionable ults on that attack. That Psylocke ult was very questionable.
Now has that map choice that you mentioned before.
Yeah, the entirety of the team there with a fair amount of finals. 15 there from Terra, 7 from Vinny, 8 from TTK, 10 from Delena, Millennia and Harvey with 7 and 6. I have never seen a spread like that across the board from a team. Everybody getting value. Really well played, as we are now going to toss it over to the desk for more in-depth analysis.
Oh, bathroom break.
What a matchup to start us off our first series, and we're already heading to
a
third.
Wait, how do I get one of those? I want one of those.
So convincing for Virtus Pro to start off with, but Thieves really started to bring it back in that first game. They made a couple of
not a single tank on the board. SMH.
They started adjusting.
No, so it'll be English 6 months.
It really is just how 100 Days were able to adapt to what VP threw at them, especially in that domination map where VP really liked to get aggressive. They went for the ultra.
They legitimately can't though. Thanks to the 5 months I test, or sorry, the $5 super chat. They literally can't. Like the content cycle for the next year for Rivals has already been locked in, and they're like working on finishing it as the year finishes. You know.
Instant ban. Jiro got one round of being able to play the Jeff and use the strange cancel tech coming on through with the It's Jeff Eats. But something else that they adjusted wasn't just the ban draft, it was also the side that they decided to start on too.
Secret Psylocke, it's been kept a very close kept secret for them, so we haven't seen it that much. But we were talking about how 100 Thieves are adjusting, Dan. VP are cooking in these drafts.
Yeah, no, Moxie was...
You know, your super chat banner appears over your camera. Well, I'm not normally in this spot.
Oh my goodness, VP are actually doing the draft properly.
Think with 20 months. It depends. Oh, yeah, you remember my couch that I ordered in June? Guess what? Haha, it got delayed again! To the middle of November!
And again, this is the most important time for draft picks to be.
So I got other problems, alright?
I mean, it was the fact that for Burn and T'Challa, right, they were able to come on through and lock out so many dive-style Vanguards.
I got other issues.
They went for both the Venom and the Captain America. So even when 100 Thieves had the Star-Lord, yeah, they had the Star-Lord, yes, they had the Jeff, but they didn't actually have a dive Vanguard until they swapped Finny over to the Angela to be able to enable that
discount.
play. And that
They did waive the delivery fee the last time I called, which was this week. They were like after 2 delays or 3 delays, they were like, okay, we're gonna waive the delivery fee. So I got like $250 back or something like that. So that's something.
That 100 Thieves on attack were able to find that opening.
The front-loaded damage. They came in with this game plan where they would run this Punisher and the Storm, and they would go for that really front-loaded aggressive play so that they could walk onto Virtus Pro before the Adam and the Loki were able to actually start cycling through the defensive cooldowns with the double reds, God of Mischief and Karmic Revival, something that we actually got to see when we headed.
Might as well build your own couch at this point.
And 100 Thieves had to pull out every single stop and so perfectly to keep up with all of the revives that Virtus Pro had at their disposal.
Do you watch the stream using the in-game stream or you get Twitch drops? My gut says no, but that might be because you can't sign into Twitch while watching in-game, so... But it could be possible. 250 so you can fill his truck up? Okay. I haven't been driving the truck that much recently. I'll tell you what, I'm spending way less on gas these days. It's been nice.
Was a great play.
And Moxie, I want to ask about something here. Like, a lot of people who've been watching us for the entirety of the
streamer, now that Twitch has dropped below 50% market share for the first time, are you devoting more time and attention to TikTok since it has literally twice as many hours watched as Twitch? I'm be real with you. Streaming on TikTok is the most miserable fucking thing I've ever encountered in my streaming career. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it currently. It is every time I do it makes me fucking depressed. Kappa thing the prime.
So what characters are really boosted by these? Why are they?
I'm not really sure what to do about that. It has been garbage. Garbage.
Oh, no, we're not because we're not on camera.
Not yet. Soon, but not quite.
But yeah, Sparker has been one of these
I'm not sure.
characters coming on from Virtus Pro's end because it is just...
What about is it the chatters? It's a few things. There's many things. Okay. One, the whole platform is monitored basically by a Big Brother AI. And it gets confused. Like, I could be playing the game and it will go, you have no chat, like, you are AFK, and then it calls me, and I have to solve a puzzle. And even if I solve the puzzle, the algorithm now thinks that I'm, like, AFK, so it's not gonna show it to people because it thinks it's, like, an AFK stream. 2, it will then say, like, oh, you don't have, like, you're not interacting with this, like, there's nothing happening on the game, you should talk to your chat more. Have chat appear on the screen. But having chat appear on the screen doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't actually do anything at all. It's not a nice viewing experience for anyone, especially in vertical format. And it already does, because if you watch streams on TikTok and you click on it, the chat appears at the bottom left. So why would you need to put it on the screen twice? That doesn't make sense. It will give you that tip, and then if you don't listen to the tip, it gets mad at you. 3, if you swear too often, if you, like, say fuck too many times, it will deem it that it's not, appropriate, and so that it will also take you out of the algorithm. 4, it has the biggest influx of Jesus scammers, OnlyFans / scam bots, legitimate racists, and legitimate, like, actual fucking 1940s shit. Children running around spamming whatever the fuck they can as fast as they can. And if you mute them, it doesn't really do anything. So you have to block them, which means that they can't watch any future stuff in the future, which obviously like hurts your reach and your engagement. So it's like, it's just idiotic. The whole platform is idiotic for streaming.
We've actually had Mantis slip through the ban phase in that first game, but it was banned out later here. Why is it being prioritized? This
is the reason Queso stopped streaming on TikTok altogether. The automation just keeps shutting your stream down. And also when people rip your content and restream your stream, TikTok says you're impersonating and shoots you back out too.
Some other teams really have been letting the Mantis slip through later in the draft. And that's an adjustment that 100 Thieves.
No, I haven't played Sister Location yet.
Added more emphasis on other picks, other bans. But if that Mantis was still available, they'll get taken away. And 100 Thieves now lock in that cap as the save. But Virtus Pro doing the same as usual. Will take out that Bucky who has been so strong.
Yeah, they're targeting Delena's hero pool. Delena has been able to play both the Bucky, but also the Mantis as well. So if you want to, you can try and force
Invis ban, I think, is pretty smart here.
Actually remove that from the cycle entirely to try and
Jeff ban, Jeff save, Rocket ban, Cap save, Luna save. Whoa. I guess because Invis is gone. Hey, chat, remember when I made my tier list earlier in the season? I was like, I think Invis might be better than Luna, and people were like, you're stupid. And now like Invis is perma-played over Luna. Feels good, man.
I was going to say, if they're really trying to force Delena onto a specific hero, it's likely going to be the Hela.
Is Thor finally meta Ignite? Absolutely not.
So what 100 Thieves do here is actually remove the Hela so that Virtus Pro can't play the Hela Namor composition, but they
damage boost is extremely important. Mantis does that.
Go for it. And remember, VP have the Mantis, so it's not a fair 1 versus 1 Hela fight-off. It would be a damage-boosted Hela who's also not going to have access to a Guardian Shield to be able to stop her.
And that's a huge ability, isn't it? That Guardian Shield protects all of the squishier backliners.
Yeah, and 100 Thieves read that play very well, getting rid of a playstyle that Virtus Pro are able to operate. They could go for the dive, but they had the option to go for a more front-to-back playstyle, but with that Hela gone, it causes a bit of problems in terms of how VP can adjust to what 100 Thieves really throw at them.
So now we have the potential for a one-sided Hela Namor, or potentially going into a more standard like Star-Lord front-to-back style. Winter Soldier was taken away as well. There's a lot of options, and to talk you through these and take you into the game, we're heading back to Shib and Dogman.
And we're heading into map 3 here, folks. This is going to be a selection from Virtus Pro, and this is a map that has been very strong for VP. There's a ton of off-angle plays and some unique strategies they bring to the table.
Yeah, they're really good at just playing these dive sort of comps. We head right into it, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into the map off the rip. VP running that Mantis alongside a, Luna Snow backline for a more, I would say, this like lower healing backline alongside the Mantis, but this is the all-in commit that they need against the 100 Thieves, who are playing a front-to-back style with Delena and Tara taking off angles.
Yeah, but this is going to put a tough spot, or going to put Saife, in a tough spot here on that Luna. Once you burn that freeze cooldown, very diveable.
All right, so we have 100 Thieves running the Namor Hela team up. VP's running. This is pretty much their classic comp. The Emma, Venom, Star-Lord, Psylocke comp. Which we haven't actually even seen. Actually, this is not true. We have seen a decent amount of Psylocke.
But in the meantime, Terra squids the Monstros, take down 5. Whale also comes through on a side bay. The backline's vulnerable. Terra gets the elimination, and yet again, Terra pops off on this hero. These two are phenomenal at these.
So now we've got, with 100 Thieves on this Hela Namor comp, I feel like this is where they're really strong. They have Delena back on Hela and on DPS. I think their triple support comp. I mean, the last map, the triple support comp actually was really smart. Because like having the res is super powerful on holding that first point. But I think they just look better on these comps. Allowing that team up is wild to me. I mean, there's so many things you have to ban right now, especially in like this level of play, right? Sometimes you just have to be like, what can we deal with?
And we start now. Sparker owning the height here, right alongside of Nevix, and there's a commitment with the dance.
So they get the Luna ult out. The Jeff is really split, but they can't. They don't even chase it. It's not worth it.
looks like a spawn flip at the moment, coming in with a soul resurgence early on.
So you see right here, so the person was asking earlier about Mantis. That's another time where Mantis ends up being like super used in this. Mantis ult is used as an aggressor ult, and basically when you run Mantis, you just pop ult and then you W key at the enemy team. That's a fucking crazy double tap.
Going back to when he was known as Ant. I mean, phenomenal shots from him. He's putting the team on the back at the current moment as they want.
Known as who?
Finzy find the recoup. He does.
Finzy kills 2. Would have killed 3 if the hell I didn't ult. Holy shit. Yo, what a flip by Finzy. And he's gonna try to TP back because the 100 Thieves is gonna be TPing as well. Is he gonna make it? Good dash. I try to tell my rank teammates to do that all the time, like dash through, like jump through right away as I portal, like I'm opening, it's opening, and no one ever fucking does it. That's what it looks like, by the way. If someone on your team is portaling last second and they start saying to you like, oh, jump through, that's what they mean. Like, as the portal opens, fucking send it. Alright? That's how you do it. Good shit. Of course, 100 Thieves doesn't make back to really win the fight, but that's because VP also TP'd. I think they were slightly quicker. Hearing the crowd reaction, yeah, I'm very curious to see how it's going to be during the finals on Sunday, because like this is obviously like the first match of LAN, and it's at DreamHack, so like people have other stuff they're going to probably be doing. It's probably not going to be many people in the beginning. But I'd be very curious to see what it looks like after. Sparker kills 3 on the Psylocke ult. Haven't seen a kill feed like that in a long time.
Yeah, you can see he's warmed up, right? Everybody coming into the crowd, into the audience for the first time in a while for Sparker, and all the other players of Virtus Pro who are hero shooter veterans for 100 Thieves side, switching over from the console region, now on to mouse and keyboards across the board. Can they close it besides for TDK on the controller?
Also, Nevix has been playing so much Angela.
3 meters left on the push. It's getting very close to the second point as they're now repositioning, and the commitment comes through from 100 Thieves. Millennia ready with the It's Jeff. You see Dredros or Resurgence ready as well.
Sparker needs a nerf. Not even Psylocke, just Sparker.
Answers here to some of these duelist ultimates that'll be coming out shortly.
Yeah, they're playing it slow right now. Here comes the Sonic.
Alright, they have to disengage the Emma ults.
Everybody disengages it, not having to use an ult is huge.
Yeah, you can't go for much further in. They kited that really well. Mantis ult, everybody stacks. So they've sustained multiple ults so far.
It's so difficult to play cap here into a Bucky that is marking you by playing lights out, and this could be the point as they are walking them away. Still on point right now is TTK, but
Finzy's got the ult for the Jeff ult.
is still going to come through from Sparker.
Bonk.
Finzy is going to find Millennia, and they are going to
It's so methodical how they save ults for certain ults constantly as the game evolves. Like, oh, you have Jeff ult coming up? Yeah, guess what I got? I got a fucking slam dunk ready for your forehead.
After the changes to Phoenix in the recent patch, Shib, I mean, she doesn't regenerate ammo when flying on top of some other changes that have resulted in her.
Got free shipping the other day on gamersupps. Nice, dude.
Maybe they would want that Bucky that VP.
Did you enjoy Arc Raiders? I had a great time. Apparently it's going to be a while for the Arc Raiders video to go out. Retro needs some time to edit it.
If it is this composition in a moment, Elena going to be back on that Warlock starting up here. Heavens is coming in heavy as Angela's thinking about committing, forces outbound cooldown. The whole team going to press forward here with Vinny with that freedom charge. Everybody walking them down, and a great reposition there from VP to retake once more in a moment. Not a lot of value out of these ults at this current state. Nevix going to commit once more on the front line of TTK, and Finzy going to clean up TTK there. So a number down again for 100 Thieves.
And they're trying to stall it out. You can see, we see other teams like Rejected, Marvel kind of do this, force that payload incredibly well, but Delena forced away, doesn't even have that res, and VP gonna slowly but surely force back 100 Thieves, force out Delena's cocoon, not gonna have to use it there. But right now, I mean, VP just looks so good. They're steamrolling towards the very end, and if they found some stagger picks onto Harvey, oh no.
Oh, way to get out of there. He's gonna have that team up with Delena to stay healthy in those 1v1 duels. So well played there from Harvey to be patient with that cooldown, to use it only when necessary. Oh, the full potential comes through from 5. Bubble goes through 2. That's 2 cooldowns used, and that can help Vinny play more aggro, knowing that pull's not available. Dance floor's out. The team's got to stay on it, though. As Delena was not able to do so. Sparker, just a little bit of a communication error there. Delena is going to res back, holding that cooldown for this fight.
Yeah, they know to focus him now, Shib. I mean, he's going to be low back there. No, Vinny goes down to a freeze from Side Bay.
A huge freeze followed up from Fi, and there is going to be that karmic revival, forced to use just a little bit early. The team's got to commit heavy now if they want to utilize that to its max potential. Team is going to force Bond as well, and there goes Fi. Is going to not find any reset at the moment as TTK hits the sky with a meteor ram. Bang, it comes down and almost cleans it up, but is not able to do so as Terra is also launching that Galactic Legend. A lot of commitment here into this dance.
Yeah, there's a lot of commitment, but they're also all just kind of sitting there waiting for these ults to finish. 100 Thieves has one big ult, Jeff ult. That's it. But Fincy has ult for it back. Oh, but... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, they get the kill on him, though. I don't know if they have enough damage. Oh, they have this Alec ult. Oh, they have cap ult for it. Yeah, they might not have enough damage to cut through this. Oh, Mantis ult to run at them, though. But they have Soul Bond just to counter it. But if they get the pick on the Delena, yep, they do. Here comes another another Luna ult.
Oh wow, dance floor comes through. Vinny is going to dash back into it in the last possible moment. Fi just holding on to that Kraken impact.
Honestly, I feel like Nevix just needs to grab one of their backline and just get a free pick on them, because like they're going to sustain for so long. Oh, he grabbed someone. It's the mag. That wasn't enough. He missed! Oh, that's so bad.
With some good positioning, Terra finding this once more, the Galactic Legend.
Oh, never mind, it's the other Luna ult. They probably have this. Oh, he's trying to wait it out. He's trying to wait it out. He does. And he gets one. And Delena gets two. Oh, you were to wish you had that one back. Oh, but what the fuck? The touch is back. No, they got the kill on Nevix too. Nevix has to TP back. Wait, I was gonna say, how does Nevix have 99% ult charge if he just swapped? Fincy has to just AFK on the point. They're trying to TP back last second. Fincy is the only one left standing. He's about to go down, but they have Mantis ult, so they're fine. They're gonna back away. Oh, almost 109 or almost 100C, whatever the fuck I said before. But then they have their own Luna ult. Nevix goes down. And they can't take it. Oh my god, what a fucking hold. Wait, that's crazy.
First match of the day. This has been a banger, ladies and gentlemen. You are treated to some fantastic Marvel Rivals esports. If you're walking around DreamHack, come on.
God damn.
Because this is going to be an incredibly close map. We're on the third one. The crowd reactions coming through. CDWC out there. What's up, gang? Hopefully you guys are having a good time because you are treated to some fantastic matches today, Shib. And
all right.
Towards the very end, not only did he find that pick, but he also stopped that cart before capping out at 0.62 meters.
Yeah, I'm really liking the change here from the side of 100 Thieves. It clearly shows that they've been working on some different picks, opening up that hero pool a little bit, making it a hero ocean like we like to see. Psylocke, you need to have it as an answer if you're not going to ban it. And they kind of hid that from me in the interview. I think that is just kind of hiding the strats a little bit, wondering who might be playing that hero. And it looks like Delena is going to be that selection.
And this is the funniest stats that we'll probably see when we come back from these players' shots is that 100 Thieves won at the very end, but basically everybody went at least even or negative.
Every time I stream these, I always had to explain bans. Sure, bans are for the enemy team, saves are for your own team. So I could ban Mantis for the enemy team. If they don't ban Mantis, then I can play it.
The Butterflies, who was popping the heck off, right? And it was a tough task on Delena to match that, but regardless, VP looking good, couldn't close out, but you know, and I know, Shib, and I'm sure a lot of our audience who plays a lot of Marvel Rivals know, it ain't
Wait, there
over
are
until it's over. And
the one thing I know it's such a minor thing, but man, it really fucking grinds my gears. The fucking the spectating team always likes to show all their stuff up to the last second, and we always miss the very start of the game. And I'm like, I don't care if we watch the spawn room for 5 seconds. Watch the spawn room for 5 seconds. All right. So they TP'd early. I feel like that's a bit of an outdated strat these days, but... Ooh, they soul bonded and ruined. I got a kill for it. VP has to not let this fight go on for too long, because they've already used their 2 big defensive cooldowns. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is big uh-oh territories now. What a yeet! Holy shit! Yo, thank you for the super chat. That's not bad for first game. Yeah, I mean, so I'm still curious to see what it'll look like eventually. Interesting.
So that may be a small win there for 100 Thieves, who should come back.
And this is the hard part for Thieves, is that Delena on Psylocke is good, but you saw on offense for Sparker, he only
yeah, I mean, it could have been an overcommit going for the copy, but I think you'd rather copy and try to win than not go for the copy.
And that's a very hard thing for a lot of Psylocke players to understand, is that you don't always want a full commit, you always need an out. And
no, I think the ban phase takes too long to be in ranked, and also the coordination is much more difficult. Are you gonna go to the Halloween party you got invited to or nah? I'm probably gonna stream. That's what I wanted to do today anyways. They go for the big res, but do they have anyone to touch point? No, they don't have anyone to touch point though. That's really unfortunate for VP. The res was good, it just everyone died while he was rezzing. No, I don't think it's like a real party chat. Like, it's like one of my neighbors was like, they have like a little like pizza and stuff, but it's mostly for their like the kids. It's like their whole neighborhood, I guess, but it's like mostly like because everyone has kids and they go Halloween trick or treating and stuff, you know.
We're seeing a ton of value in these neutral picks, and even forcing out an Indians ban from RB, who had, I believe, 7 on
is what it is.
So really well played by the backline, stepping up against a team that is terrifying.
Yeah, true. Eye test probably.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hard time no matter who you play. You get that Luna Snow mismatch at the very least. You get that on the Snowflake onto Delena. In comes DTK with that silent seduction to start off the fight. Maybe try to force out something. They just find Nevix for free.
Yeah, that is worth it. At the current state, again, this is a similar story we saw when VP was attacking in part 3, is where they locked in. Dredro now trying to
This is still fine for VP. Yeah, they trade, and that's actually a good trade. They're still fine because this fight basically comes to the end of this point. That's what you have to hold for. Yeah, I've got candy. I got candy.
And there is that dance. Delena going invisible again. When you're invisible, Sparker going to take out Millennia.
Gets 2. Gets 3.
Yes, it is. Sparker, are you kidding me? Walking them back to the spawn door again.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that Sparker's the best.
He almost died.
Psylocke, and for very good reason, right? He has been consistent.
I feel like the casters change who is the best in the world on Psylocke every broadcast. I've heard 4 or 5 different players be knighted as the best Psylocke player. Guys, we gotta keep it together. Not everyone can be the best Psylocke player.
A whole lot of Qs will be committed from both sides. Out goes the Galactic Legend early, finding Millennia, Finzi, and there's a 2-piece from Fi after the fact as Nevix gets 3. Everybody is popping off there and did not have to commit that much, so that's a huge win from VP.
VP so smart. It just seems like they're always making the right play, and 100 Thieves are trying to bait out ultimates. They're not even popping anything on the counter. These open spaces are a bit too far for them to make heavy decisions, and VP are taking advantage of it. Now you have ultimate advantage, but you have to actually use that advantage for your 100 Thieves, because VP are kind of setting you back.
Huge kill. He committed really hard, and then they flipped it on him with the Psylocke or the Luna. But the thing is, though, VP can just disengage. They can just walk away and wait till the end of the point, and they'll be fine.
right onto Delena, who is holding on to that dance of the cutter fly now, looking to head towards the back line in a moment, and we will see if that works out as Bond gets committed.
There's going to be so many things in terms of the ultimate from Dritro side.
I love two caps that are just fucking banging their shield on each other.
Comes in, they met by the HDF, who keeps everybody fairly healthy.
Wow, and that was a huge defensive.
That's a huge eat right now. Do they have anything to stop this eat? Yeah, they don't have their supports right now. Oh, here they come, but they're coming back with their ults now. It was a good Jeff eat. Like, he really did keep two supports out for a good amount of time, but VP's tanks just do such a good job of surviving for so long. And even though one of them goes down, they run back in with Loki ult.
As 100 Thieves could get closed out here, ladies and gentlemen, with 30 seconds left to go. VP want to punch their ticket further in this upper bracket.
Potentially a kidnap play there from Finzi. Doesn't look like it works out, but not a bad idea if you're going to commit that.
Yeah, I think he'd already committed to the TP play and was like, "Fuck it, let me see if I can stop their TP." I think he'd already committed to TPing. Like, you already are going on the 180-second cooldown, try to make something happen with it, because he'll have time to get back. Because he comes back on cap and then dies instantly. Oh my god. So they still got some time, just back away a little bit. They don't have any big support ults coming up, so it's just going to be up to Nevix to survive, but he's just going to go down really quickly with how fast he's getting burned. He's down. But I think Fincy's back. Fincy's back now. And they do have DPS ults, but they're dead. So they're going to have to just give this point. Damn. Finzy died really fucking fast and early. I think that might have been the big difference maker, because it took too much for Nevix to just stand there. They all just shoot Nevix and he falls over.
This is getting close. This is when a lot of times your brain is
because they don't have insanely high healing. Look what they're running. They're running Mantis Loki, you know? So they're not on like a super sustained comp. So Fincy going down early might have been a big mistake. Double Psylocke ults, in which VP definitely comes out on top with. So the hold here for VP is to hold close, make them win this fight with ults, and then win the last fight, because it's down to 40 seconds, so it's 2-fight territory. No, Mana Landing the Prime.
But you have a chance to make them nervous, to go in aggressively and force out more out of VP.
Dodges it. I don't think he got anyone. They also Strange ulted and Luna ulted. For what, like a couple feet? They're still holding really strong. Wow, they're running in with Mantis ult. Which forces Jeffel and Capel together. Am I crazy for thinking VP should have just lost the fight and came back for another one? Maybe. Oh my god, they just don't care. If I could just kill their whole team, I guess. Sure. That's why they're the best team right now. Virtus Pro wins the series. Also, crap, you want to get ready to set everything up? I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna go pee, and then when I get back,
who pretty much, I'm not gonna say dominated their group, but did incredibly well and looked like the best team in the world right at the current moment.
Yeah, they have looked so dominant in this early group stages, folks. And just to reiterate here, this is now our elimination stage. You play a best of 3 on the high side bracket, but you get knocked down to the losers bracket, where now it turns into a best of 5 to hold on. I will say, 100 Thieves looked better than they have in this entire tournament in this game.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was just only game number 1. I mean, we have so many games today that are going to be best out of 3 and then ending off with the best out of 5 today. Everybody shaking hands, obviously. A lot of good sportsmanship. A lot of these guys, by the way, if you are wondering, have been playing against each other for a long time, even across the pond, scrimmage against each other online and practice regions. And, you know, they've been around, but they've never met each other at a LAN event like this in DreamHack Atlanta. And for $1 million, VP showed up, right? That's the #1 thing we were wondering, is where would VP be at the main stage? And it looks like they are incredibly warm, and same thing with 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they just looked so dominant. That Psylocke was wild from Sparker, which is something we've said 1,000 times, but you cannot stop Sparker once he starts rolling. So many finals, just so dominant and finding picks into strategists who still had ults.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about Sparker is he's incredibly flexible too, not just the Psylocke, but he can play pretty much everything right now at the current moment. We saw how good he was at Namor back in the day, right? Back when it was, you know, Season 1 MRC and back in the real days of the War of the Realms tournament. So at the current moment, he looked like the best player in the world. I think Skittles as well for Team Chopper Mag has talked about Sparker and how good he is. Alongside, he said the best Psylocke he played against was somebody like Speedery on Envy. He said he just thought he played against the best, and now he's out of the tournament. It looks like Sparker has claimed that throne, at least for now.
Yeah, as you progress through this tournament, those sayings of, you know, I'm the best start getting answered, right? Those questions start getting answered because you progress farther. Yeah,
chat.
They've consistently looked strong.
As we get it rolling here, this section of the stream is sponsored by Marvel Rivals. Thank you so much to Marvel Rivals for sponsoring this section of the stream. I don't got a whole lot to tell you other than Rivals Ignite is happening right now. The LAN has just started. It'll be today, tomorrow, and Sunday will be the grand finals along with Twitch drops. So we're gonna just keep doing what we've been doing, which is watching the matches. You can learn more by doing Command Marvel Rivals to learn more about Ignite. If you don't play the game, you can learn more about the game, play the game, which is obviously free to play, but I'm sure if you're here, you're already probably doing that, so I don't have to tell you that part. But regardless, though, the first LAN with an actual crowd happening right now at DreamHack Atlanta, and we're just gonna hang out and watch matches for the next 2 hours. Thank you so much to Marvel Rivals for sponsoring this section of the stream.
Ever since we failed to qualify for China, this has been like what we've been playing for, so it's good to finally be here.
Yeah, as a fan, as viewers, people have wanted to see y'all on the biggest stage. Is there felt like any difference being here in the bright lights with the crowd and everything with it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of, you're way more nervous here. You feel the shakes of the stage, like all the surround sound in the background, all the cheering. It's like a whole different experience from playing online.
Absolutely. Tell me, you guys take map 1 and then obviously faced with a little bit of adversity, even going into the 3-point hold that was looking like it was y'all's. How do you guys reboot, refocus, and ensure the win to move on to the semi?
We lose a map, we know it's best of 3, so there's no point in thinking about it anymore. There's a map after this one, and we just have to
just hold probably in a couple hours.
Hey, listen, Sparker, you personally have a lot of fans, a lot of Psylocke mains, a lot of players, duelists watching you. Anything you want to say to them? Who is VP? Who are you, my friend?
I will try my best to prove myself on the stage as well, and try and get the win.
Hey, absolutely. Here, we'll enjoy the semi-final and get ready to lock in. You know, job's not finished, obviously, and I appreciate you coming on here. I'm sure we'll get you more for interviews in the future, y'all. Give it up for Sparker here in Atlanta and at home, y'all, one more time as VP.
I hope they keep the pace moving. The pace of that was phenomenal, by the way. Like, the group stages was a bit of a slog. That match, perfect pacing. Perfect pacing for an esports watch party, and we'll just watch the series. Was very good.
And you were talking earlier how he was just let onto one of his best. But I think it's time that we head back into part 2 of Stocks with Moxie, because Moxie, while we did see Sparker absolutely pop off, what is the important stock traits here when it comes to actually allowing them to do that?
Okay, so we're gonna take our hero, right? We got Mantis. Mantis was saved. You wanna see the stock exchange?
I'd love to.
The Mantis enables for your team comp. There you go. We're gonna just wanna point it a little bit closer to the camera so that you guys can see this. It's
everything.
not quite as big as the other one because I had to try and fit every single hero name onto this card, and I still ran out of room because when you have 12% damage boost,
Moxie and Cozy always have the best fits.
Your neutral fight, so you should
yeah, they definitely go above and beyond, for sure.
And build them up so much faster.
When did matches start? Well, you just missed the first series, so like it literally just ended. So I don't know how long it'll be till the next one.
Coming out at the end there, which again, big surprise for this tournament, but it was still so impressive. But that damage boost made the difference.
Yeah, the damage boost definitely showed a lot, and Delena also. Not very common to play on that Psylocke pick, a pick that has been really, really strong. In
no red zone today? Well, it's all one stream, so there's no need to have a red zone.
Other than Sparker, there was some differences.
Wait, good question.
Before we even got on the desk, Delena liked to go for those all-in exchanges, whereas Sparker was opting to go in, do a little bit of damage, and was just
okay, it's all one. There's not multiple stages, so
alone
There's no need for Rivals Red Zone with flats.
Steamrolled over 100 Thieves.
But it wasn't a clean steamroll. We did see 100 Thieves, you brought this up for us here, Dan, a little bit when we were just watching the games. 100 Thieves made them work for it, especially on that last point on that final map.
Oh yeah, 100 Thieves, Melania and Vinny, those were the two members that have been just finding ways to stall. They were positioning, rotating together as a unit. It was almost as if it was like
McCall, I think 30 months.
The moon, rotating together, staying in line of sight of each other, making sure that they're not being intercepted, making sure they're not getting blocked by any sort of shields, any sort of bodies. And just the micro plays, everyone just performing at the highest level, and us pointing out those micro levels.
I mean, talking about an orbital pull, we have to talk about the gravitational aura that is Druidero on the Jeff, because that's one of the problems that all of these teams are going to have when they.
The Jeff play was actually phenomenal. It was actually so good. By the way, did you guys see my tweet last night? My Gus tweet. If you missed my Gus tweet, I showed it on stream, but I didn't do anything beyond stream until last night. Or what Gus likes to do now. He's got a little habit.
Because it looks like at the moment none of our teams here have been able to work it out.
He
likes to be a little guard dog when I go take a shower.
I don't think there's any sign of stopping. Virtus Pro, more like Virtus Plow. They just went right on through. Quick and easy as you like it, albeit a little bit of a...
Sad we can't even chat on Twitch without giving them a phone number.
Just looked really strong. It doesn't look like the nerves are getting to him. I mean, we saw
okay.
what Parker said. This is what they were playing for. They missed out.
True, but it's not like they're gonna call you. It's just like a verification thing. It's so that bots aren't like spamming stuff. Because like if you don't have a lot of those things turned on, like you get the follow botters who are like, oh, follow like, contact so and so for more viewers or more followers or whatever, or like random advertisement stuff. So a lot of that stuff is to keep that from happening. Like there's a reason why I've had to have on YouTube. I have to have the subscriber thing on, where it's like you subscriber only chats, because you'll get the random bots that are like,
being able to keep up with all of that.
They'll like spam an address or something. It's crazy.
That they decide to actually field into because it was full of
they target banned Terra. I think that's why they won.
In terms of the duelists, because of the angles.
Well, they target banned Delena, I thought, more.
Line of sights for the Hela to be able to take advantage of. So if they'd won 1-5, they would have been able to say much more on top of things like that Psylocke a lot more frequently, and Sparker's Reign of Terror would have been shut down.
There's something I actually do want to bring up here that I'd like to throw to you to explain a little bit more here, and that is that 100 Thieves, their swaps when it came to their heroes were so important. You mentioned how Hela is so good, until you get to that third point. You talked about the first map where they started moving over to Angela. Could you break down why the 100 Thieves are so good at this?
Well, I mean, the Adam's really strong because you're anticipating, especially on that first fight, right, coming through from Domination. We've seen on tape multiple times Virtus Pro's way of play. It's just aggressive. They just decide to full send it forward. So you want to go for something like the Adam so that you can stack up, not just so that you don't have isolated targets for the dive to be able to pick apart, but also so that you can get everybody together for the Soulbind stack. And then you can try and win that fight by absorbing the initial walk-up, build your ultimates, and then try and slow Virtus Pro down that way. So really good ideas for Domination, especially because Adam is one of the strongest heroes on that map type for a reason. Soulbind is a
Yo, so anything the fresh tier 1? Appreciate it.
So you get to start the
how's the good boy Gus doing? I think he's just downstairs.
We've talked a lot
here Gus!
with the assists. We've talked a lot about duelists being the carries. We haven't spoken a lot about the Vanguards. Who
Gussie!
Eva team there, because both are still in.
Yeah, definitely up. Angela really has been a surprise pick in the Domination maps, especially on Burn and T'Challa. Right in that specific map alone, there's a lot of verticality. We talked about Angela also has a ton of mobility, a ton of disruption potential, and especially in these kinds of maps, a lot of environmental knockouts being available to them. They were just able to take advantage of that, take over, and both teams tried their best to play it to their utmost advantage, but VP obviously took it over in the end.
That they do, and we're going to have a look at the bracket so we can see how this has shaken things up with our first series already out of the way. Virtus Pro will be moving up towards those upper bracket semi.
I'm surprised he didn't show up to that. Unicorn, thank you for the prime.
Lower bracket, but they are not out.
I'm gonna go take a quick peek.
Like Na'Vi, who'll be coming up a little bit later, fight through the lower bracket all the way to become world champions at mid-seasons. It is not a elimination, it is just a one last chance.
I think as well there's added value here for Thieves getting this performance against Virtus Pro now, because they showed us so many different compositions that we're not used to seeing come through from their side. So for all of those teams into the lower bracket, they now have to worry about things like the Psylocke.
And Dan, what would you say is the main takeaway from this series? Like, we've already said that this is going to be fantastic, that a lot of teams now will see what Virtus Pro are going for here. What is it to take away for 100 Thieves? What can they learn from this?
They've gone against a top team, right? This is a team that has been struggling throughout this entire group stage. Well, they were fine against some of the lower end teams, but starting to scale up in like the rankings, they started to look a little bit disjointed sometimes. Sometimes it looked a little bit out of place, something out of character even, and 100 Thieves need to find a way to get it together. They are still in the tournament, but considering that this is the lower bracket, every single match in the lower bracket is best of 5, so you're going to have to go really deep into that playbook, as well as have a ton of stamina to get through that entire bracket.
And speaking of stamina, I hope you all stay rested and watered, because we have so many more games coming up for you. We're going to get organized for that second series, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at the Marvel Rivals Ignite Grand Finals.
Big yawn. You want to say hi to chat? Want to say hi? Want to say hi? You keep licking it. Say hi. Licking my finger, but you're not saying hi. Why are you licking my finger? Oh, good sneeze. Good sneeze. How many subs for a treat? We're putting a hard cap. 10 gifted for a treat. A second treat's 20 gifted. A third treat's 50 gifted. And then that's it for the day. Or for a while. Because chat went a little too crazy the other day and he wasn't feeling good after. So we have a limit now. Making the limit 3. Yo, Peta, thank you for 10 gifts. I appreciate it. Okay.
I don't think that's
all right. You're getting limited though now. Did he throw up? Not really like threw up, but like I could just tell he wasn't feeling very good. Like he ate too much. You know. Okay, ready? It's from chat, because you've been such a good boy today. You've been such a good boy. Oh, fuck, I forgot to show you guys his new trick. Ah, shit, I forgot to show you guys his new trick. Oh, I forgot. Ah, shit. He has a new trick now. I taught him how to give paw. Well, I'm limiting his treats to 3. I'm limiting his treats to 3. So I won't give him another one right away. I know you want one right away, though. You want one right away. Give him one to make the final treat 100 gifted. I don't think that seems a little obsessive, a little high. That seems a little high. That's an expensive treat, yeah. How old is Gus? He's 4. He's 4. He's a little baby. Have I tried giving him carrots? I have not. Is Gus my doggo? That's a hard question to answer these days. That's a hard question to answer these days. I guess he kinda is now. Oh, only in the super chat.
Scarlet Witch was silent yesterday because her new costume was bugged, so people were exploiting it to team wipe yesterday.
Oh, like in ranked? Oh, I think the 5. That's fucked up. I just heard disappear. And then the music disappeared. Wait, why does it say Navi RC 3-2? Wait, that match hasn't happened yet, though. Isn't it the next game? It happened? When? Is there actually a second broadcast? Am I stupid? Also, you can't 3-2 in a best of 3. Wait, that's a good point. That's actually a really good point. You can't. Okay, they fixed it. I kind of want to show you guys. I want to show you guys this new trick. All right, I'll just bank this as a future treat gifted and be like, get scammed. All right, well we wait. There's 23 seconds. You guys want to see his new trick? He's got a new trick. Look at this new trick that we got. What?
Which ones have what it takes to become the best of the best?
See what I got? Can you guys
Hey,
see?
we're Navi.
No, you can't see him because the mic's in the way.
In the grand finals in Marvel Rivals.
It's time to go 2 for 2.
Okay. Alright, you see him?
What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Going from stage host to desk host.
You already tried to do it, see?
Once again in the lovely Moxie and Dan, and I gotta tell you,
I
mean, that is what I expected in Marvel Rivals to open things up. Felt like a grand finals once again between those two elite teams. But now we turn the page and we look at a very good matchup as well with Reject versus Navi. Obviously, we have great representation here. Moxie for the EMEA, and of course, over there, Dan is gonna break down.
Are you gonna leave me?
Down.
You got your treat, so you're gonna leave me?
Moxie, I want to break down this.
Is that what you're gonna do?
And Navi as a
You
team,
would never leave me.
Know so much about
You would
them.
never.
So what can viewers expect
You would
to see
never.
out there on the big stage?
I mean, a lot of Jeff strategy, to be entirely honest. Just like Virtus Pro, they get to utilize that reputation of having really strong Jeff players to try and not cheese, but engineer a better ban draft, especially when it comes to those first saves.
Hey, no
I'm
more.
also
Hey,
expecting to see some innovation come through on their end too, because if there's one thing
why are you
that Navi
shaking
is
your
known
little
for,
button?
it's inventing strange compositions.
You're
that are
shaking
just-
your button.
Wait a minute. How exactly does that work? Like, they've still been running things like the Loki that a lot of people were saying after his nerfs. Is he still as strong as he was, but in a triple strategist lineup?
Yo,
Yeah,
Casa de Monkey, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Dan?
Appreciate it, thank you.
Well, keep going on to Navi, like we said, they were the innovators. They were the ones who started using the jet post rework. And again, we're seeing a little bit of a parallel here. Loki right now is like.
No tweets. You got 2. You're on a 3-day limit. Listen, you gotta earn your keep around here. You earn your keep.
Now Jeff being a staple here in the current meta, Loki is looking to be that comeback as
Contributing to the tree fund? Thank you, I appreciate it, Casa. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Much love, dude. You gotta earn your keep around here. Now you know a trick. Now the next time chat wants to gift subs for treats, you have a trick you can do. Now you can be a show pug. You can be a real show pug, just like your dad.
Very similar roster up to one player.
You're a
right?
show
So,
pug, just like your
Moxie, have
dad.
you talked about that at all, and just kind of living up to expectation?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's more stress on them for those reasons. Everyone sort of expected
Guys,
them
I
to
can't
be
see my
first seed
keyboard.
from
Can you-
EMEA, and they're coming through as not even second.
Alright, it's Navi and who?
we were really close to not even actually getting to see them here on the stage because it went down to the wire of a matchup between them and Chopped, as they've been changing a couple of things around. They picked up 2 players, actually, both Prices
was the other team
Jerky
shit
after Melio left for Citadel, and they've been trying to work out how exactly to put those 2 players together because they have previous synergy. They both came through from low 9, but do you really want to lose Naga as a
it says duelist level 1 crook.
When you look at what this team's able to put together here,
oh, it's RC.
Stats, I mean, for me, I think Jerky has come in and been the perfect complement to this team. Trust me, obviously that leader that kind of breathes and helps the team, you know, get focus into it. But for me, though, the aggression that Trust Me has in the team in the Vanguard position, when they win against Fly, that for me was, okay, they're trying to find,
you're torturing yourself with the traits. Come on down. Come on down, buddy. You're torturing yourself. You're literally torturing yourself.
Damn, when you look at the Vanguard position on both fronts, Reject.
I know you
just
want
as
it.
much firepower, but for the Vanguards of Na'Vi, talk to me a little bit about what you've seen.
I mean, Reject, not only are they experienced in what Na'Vi are able to do, Reject really know how to play against a dive.
Gus such a loaf. He is a loaf.
Put Jerky on the Psylocke.
Hello, loaf. Are you a loaf? Hey, loaf.
A team
hey, potato. You're a little potato. Hi, little potato.
Type of competition in this kind of dive composition that Na'Vi might be able to cook up, and that's going to be how Reject are going to see if they're able to find a way to come back.
Yeah, Moxie, when we look at the highlights of what the group stage was, right, they look pretty much undefeatable. Even with FlyQuest very close, they claim that map back. For me, Wakanda is their hometown.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
What do you think
Fitness.
they're going to jump off the page? Is it that Wakanda map there to be able to claim their fame? What have you seen there?
I mean,
What does Gus want to be when he grows up? He wants to be an entertainer. That's why he puts on a show for Gifted, so he gets his treats. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Are you a little entertainer?
Low-key Mantis strategist lineup that they played against Crazy Raccoons with a Star-Lord and Phoenix Pocket. So they're really testing the waters to see how exactly they can push things like that Mantis.
He's a Gus tuber, yeah.
I think on the side of Reject, removing the Mantis ASAP is going to be a very big advantage in the ban draft.
Yeah, we saw that with FlyQuest. They continue to get rid of Mantis, and every time Na'Vi was up to
I played yesterday, Monty. It was fun.
Ban on the Imma to help with not only the dive, as you would point out, but also just to help fuel the team just in case, well, those Vanguards are going to get targeted in that ban draft. And so when you look at it, you know, obviously Fate, he was the one that kind of introduced us all to the Jeff, the baby land shark, man. I'd like to give him the compliments to it. But we've been seeing the strategist flex now over to more traditional roles. Obviously, Jeff is always, you know, being banned there. But to wrap up there, to look at what Reject now has, Moxie, I think, I wouldn't say we're surprised, but definitely a sleeper team that rose quickly, very quickly here. What jumped off the page for you early in the group stage for Reject?
I mean, Reject's always been on my radar, even when we were watching the Asia teams in the stage 1, and yeah, they were...
I'm so glad a Korean team made it to LAN. Like, real talk. They played really well. I hope by the next tournament, like, Korea really comes out as a dominant region. Because they have the potential.
Yeah, and not only just Gargoyle, the rest of the supporting cast, No, Mizuyaki, Piggy, Marvel, you name it, Finale as well, not to mention. The team as a whole, they just have so much synergy together. This is a team that knows when certain ultimates are coming up out of cooldown, and they are just able to be on page.
Ults coming up off of cooldown is crazy.
And take out that character before it even becomes a problem.
For me, what's so impressive about the team as well is, you know, when it comes to scrims,
you know, even if they lose, they don't know it's double a limb. No, I know, but
you know, it's different region
well, actually,
region, so to come in here, kind of.
Yeah. This I think this upper bracket is.
That department.
Well, actually, is it double limb for this set?
Meta so quickly, and then that's how they punch you, right, Mox?
Yeah, I think a huge part of it as well is the pickups that they were able to find in the off-season. Getting Lastro on board is
I know, like, the upper bracket people would be fine, but
a previous esports title, he's had a lot of experience.
Really, lower bracket is double limb too? Okay.
All of the information of
wait, this is upper bracket?
Where you want to dive, and you can use that to play dive yourself, or you can use it to have a better idea of how the.
Wait, RC made lower or upper bracket?
When we're in a meta where it is dive versus counter dive, being able to do both is huge.
And what another thing?
Oh, does it? I'm guessing group stage just doesn't count then. Like everyone's technically upper bracket right now.
The way they approach the meta.
Okay, everyone's upper bracket. Okay, I understand.
copy paste from other teams. They like to grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that, maybe this from here, maybe this from that, and they just combine it into their own meta at this point, because the way Reject have been adapting so far has been very, very impressive.
For me, as you all at home are looking at it right now and live in Atlanta, the Dark Zero win was the confidence booster, like I like to say, because Dark Zero team that we've seen them compete at a
Navi takes this 100%. I agree. I think this is a Navi win, but I would love to see RC make an upset. I think it would be fire. Cinema.
I want to ask, between this matchup, Brad, if you were to highlight,
I mean, RC, every single one of those players has LAN experience. Every single one of them.
Okay, do you know what, Jerky? If Silent gets through, Jerky, but I will not kid. I really hope that we actually get the Crisis versus Gargoyle Winter Soldier face-off, because I think that would be insane.
And Dan, you for Reject.
I mean, I'd have to say Gargoyle, right? Although back in stage 1, Finale was the star player, but now it's starting to look like Gargoyle.
I'd love to see an RC upset.
Soldier, so I wouldn't be surprised if Navi put a little more.
Who's your favorite to win the whole thing? Probably FlyQuest or VP.
With match 1, we head into match 2, and it's going to be absolutely electric. Listen, you have one of the lower seeds here against Navi, this formidable foe, and I just cannot wait for us to bring it all into the action. And with that, let's go ahead and take it away to the stage.
It's time for our second matchup here in the Marvel Rivals Ignite Grand Finals.
Raining the 5 months.
And we're preparing
Appreciate
for
it. Thank you.
So please join me in welcoming the current World Ignite champions. Hailing from EMEA, it's Navi! The current world champions fighting their way through their group in second place. They have faced level 1 Crook, Rajaro, Trust Me, Jerky, Crisis, and Naga.
Wait, they don't have them stand in front of the stage for a second?
Against anyone and try
why do they even have them go in front?
Title. And now, hailing from Asia as the current champions, it is Reject!
Yo, thank you, Aiden.
Just
appreciate the fight.
Dave Flats and love the content.
I'll get some of this stuff planned for later.
Reject came to the mid-season finals and had an incredible performance, but this time they are finding their way through against one of the best, the world champions, for their rematch. Dobi, Dome, Izayaki, Piggy, Marvel, Finale, and Gargoyle are all essences to be feared and cannot be underestimated. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our teams. Winner moves up to face against our first match winner in the form of Virtus Pro. A tough matchup. And
They have a strange portal in the hallway? Wait, where? I didn't see it.
Who will it be? There's only one way to find out, and that's to head over to the casters.
You want me to put my hand here so you can rest your head on it? Is that what you want?
Welcome everyone.
I think EU is dominant.
It can be here in this moment. We're heading to game.
There you go. Now you can sleep on my arm.
Reject.
Yeah, this is going to be an incredible matchup. I mean, this could set up the stage for either EMEA on EMEA crime, right? Potentially, as that's a rematch as well back in stage 2 for these squads, or it could set up the build-up potentially.
It was on the back wall.
Being one of those dominant teams, because as Texture pointed out on stage, they are the mid-season champions. They are not a squad. You can mess with it all, and there's a reason they are as good in this meta as ever.
Yeah, like they were saying over in the analyst desk, bringing Jeff into the fold and coming up with new strategies. They're a team that just creates new ways to play the game. And Navi, yeah, they're just going to keep getting better and better. But Reject, a team we haven't seen a ton, and they're looking so much better than we've ever seen from them. Better every single match.
Well, this is the first day of a DreamHack, and it's the second game of the group stages. So I think I'm very curious of what the crowds will look like on like Sunday
with that, we have a larger
or Saturday.
Players to select from, right? To kind of grind their way up for Reject. hero shooters have been the Korean region's main game alongside MOBAs, right? So when we talk about this genre, we're wondering, okay,
It's
where
so
are these
blue.
teams coming through? They have arrived now at this land. You heard on the desk with Moxie mentioning Lastro, Izayaki, we have Dobie, Piggy, Marvel, Finale, Gargoyle. These are all names that we know in this genre can play to that highest level. It's a matter of experience, and they're building it up right now in the current game patch.
Yeah, and the Vanguard line from Reject, Piggy and Marvel, just MVP farming, looking so good with a variety of different heroes. And I think when you have a strong front line, it enables your back line and your duelists to really play their own game and not stress too much and make big plays.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right, Chip. Just to double down on that take, I mean, Marvel and Piggy are disgusting on dive heroes, right? This is going to be a scary
Wrinkles in a prime. Appreciate it.
In this patch where it seems like dive is really strong, like we saw on VP against the 100 Thieves, who can play that back line sort of front to back composition. We're going to be heading to our map now.
I'm guessing Mantis bans.
Phase starting out now on Celestial
Mantis
Husk.
Jeff.
We're back here on the bright red symbiotic map.
It's probably Mantis.
As Mantis is first banned, and Jeff on the opposite side for Reject.
Yeah,
Mantis ban, Mantis save.
See the Jeff makes sense to me, folks. Navi is a team that has been running 2-2-2 primarily with 70% of their matches in the group stage. This is a team that's not afraid to run that triple backline, but they don't
Venom ban, smart.
These heavy damage one-shot compositions that they've known to essentially create.
Jeff save.
Absolutely insane at those sort of styles. They want to set up a mismatch in that regard.
I'm guessing they got to force the Venom ban back.
You talked about earlier in the group stage, they would prioritize Emma Frost bans. In this case, Navi knows their opponent loves to play around that Mantis. The Korean region overall and the APAC region overall are really good at playing around Mantis compositions, and also the Psylocke. That's a smart move to go through.
Cap ban? Okay, they're banning out the dive.
Sure, Gargoyle on the Bucky is a matchup you maybe want. We'll see if Reject go for the Protect on the opposite side, banning out both Cap and Venom, resulting in a tighter pool of Vanguards to work with.
Yeah, I think that has been an issue for Navi in this bracket. Removing that Venom and Cap has been detrimental
Bucky
to their
save?
playstyle, which they love to play very aggro.
And there's that
Interesting. Adam ban. Navi's banning dive in a very different way. Like, RC was going for like the tank bans. Navi went for the DPS bans.
And ban Emma off the rip, and it hasn't been as successful, at least later on in
because those DPS can work in any comp, but those tanks don't work outside of dive as much.
Coming up with new strategies and ways to play the game that have found themselves taking home the title. So
Loki ban, interesting.
We'll see what they decide to run or with here in Celestial Husk.
This is an interesting ban.
Oh, you want to put you in your bed?
The Loki ban,
you seem very sleepy.
For this map
I'm gonna put you in your bed, okay?
I mean, it was so excellently set up, right? I'm sure when we go to the desk later, they'll analyze this segment because you have the Mantis ban and Protect. You also ban out the Psylocke and the Star-Lord. You can flex in two different directions, right? You can force.
Or you can go under the desk. That's fine.
Side, but you know they're going for that counter sort of aggressive dives with Captain America and Venom composition. But you allow yourself either the freedom to protect the Star-Lord or the Psylocke alongside that Emma Frost ban. So you force those three bans out. Adam Warlock ban too to make sure they can't sustain those aggressive
you can send her there.
From Reject. For Navi, however, on the opposite side, we'll see how they adapt to the Vanguard line being prioritized.
Yeah, and they really like those self-survival.
He's sitting on top of the power strip. I'm like, uh-oh.
Crook and Fate are always able to just get away from danger. They rarely
just don't hit the button, okay?
Which is a testament to how strong they are for those who maybe didn't see. And actually, the MVP of
Come here.
was level
Don't hit that power strip.
Just played so strong, and if you give Crook Mantis, you are.
He's literally sitting on the power strip, like on the button.
Early ban and protect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're entering our second game of the day between Reject and Team Navi. We're at the grand finals. Can Navi defend their mid-season crown against Reject, who look to be on another level through the group stages?
So RC's gonna be playing their dive with Venom, but they don't have any follow-up DPS, so like, I don't know how powerful it's gonna be. Navi can just play the Emma Mag comp. I like Navi's comp so much more. They're flipping map on him already. So both Emmas are on point. But I think they're going to drop on him. Yeah, they're dropping underneath on him. And the tanks won't be able to help because the Venom's not going to be useful in there. Well, I guess he is kind of useful, but not really. Oh, they flip map. Early pull on the E for the Venom. He's punishable now. He's really low.
Shark here on an off angle. Everybody's sticking together heavy on Na'Vi. That's a testament to
They had a Loki lamp early, but they already have rocket ult up too, and they can't break it. Navi's just out-rotating RC really hard right now.
But it got canceled in the backline somehow to like a sleep or something. So right now, Reject actually don't have ults to work with Na'Vi. They do force out that invisible boundary. Finale now coming in with the eat.
Wow, and it's got huge potential here, and there's 3 in right now for Finale, who is going to be matched right back with the dance. Oh, and it does find one. Level 1 Crook going to clean up Finale, who almost had a massive sweep there with the It's Jeff.
That was a clean eat by him. Invisible boundary.
You know, that eat, though, really did bring him back, though. Like, yeah, he dies, but it forced them really out of position and forced them off the point. Forces res. Holy shit.
Reject getting in their heads. Na'Vi, not a team that's known for giving up the point.
Yo, RC. Hello? Dude, that ult actually flipped the whole fight.
Battles off the rip right now. Again, Reject showing up against a team that's known for just
where'd he go?
forever.
Yeah, I mean, this right now at the current moment means Reject haven't been able to adapt, right? We've seen how Dobie
he might have dipped out.
has been dominant and has been good in the group stage.
He's off to explore.
That not being a priority for Na'Vi is showing at the current moment. The Mantis ban maybe could bite them in the butt.
And how about that Finale eat there? A 3-piece that almost gets through off the
He's just walking up and down the hallways. I don't know what he's looking for.
Definitely back, and it was looking a little dicey for a moment.
Yeah, it was dicey for sure. I think that the snipes coming
He may be looking for one of his favorite toy.
You mentioned Crook earlier is just absolutely disgusting on strategist, and so is this team, right? I think you mentioned that they play mainly a 2-2-2 style throughout the entire tournament, the group stage.
I don't know if he knows where it is. I might have to go get it. He's probably looking for food. No, he's not looking for food. He's not hungry. He didn't eat too long ago, and he got 2 treats.
Just a very aggressive damage boost comp where you do have that Sia alongside the damage boost there from Mantis. So much potential and all percentage gain. Just
Pod Cobra.
You're doing so much additional damage on every single shot.
Unfortunately for the players on stage, it's a tech pause that happened early on, right? So, of course, imagine that happens during like an incredible moment in a hard fight to come back from. It can always kind of throw you off.
Yeah, VP won last one.
Right now, Reject trying to figure it out alongside our admins.
Do I have a sec?
Our excellent admins behind the scene. And right now for Jerky, this is one of his first lands to compete at, too.
Yeah, and this is going to come back, folks, from this pause with Na'Vi, with Rajaro holding on to that Meteor M. At the current moment, Naga went down with Kraken Impact available. So alt advantage is going to be on their side, as trust me, on that Emma, we'll have the Psionic Seduction. The only match back at the current moment is a reverse.
Okay, I think he's looking for his toy. I'm going to grab it for him.
Very good. Again, Piggy and Marvel just dominating that front line.
Right now, Shib, it does feel like in the group stages we learned this as an audience that there's no weak links right now left in the tournament, right? Everybody is definitely playing at incredible levels, right? The parity of Marvel Rivals Esports has never been this high. Like you even saw back in the group stages and back in stage 2, back when we were qualifying for this tournament, how close teams are getting to each other, and especially only a couple weeks into a patch, the new patch that came out. This is going to be this shifts everything that we've seen and learned about Marvel Rivals.
And the teams have clearly been doing their homework. We said again that Na'Vi kind of struggles when you really go after that Cap Venom, which they play so well.
He's in the bed.
To remove that, it forces them onto a more traditional front line, and then it enables things like Marvel to go in there with the Venom, disrupt the back line. So you're consistently, you know, as Fade as we saw there with Fade, level 1 Crook in the back, trying to stay healthy, trading back and forth those heals.
Wrinkles, did I get Prime earlier? If I didn't, I apologize. I can Prime.
So they couldn't look forward. Yeah, again, I just think that Reject is looking much better. I can't remember the last time I've seen Na'Vi lose a point after capping it for a while. Okay, buddy. And you usually get upwards of 70% because they commit every single ult that they can to keep biding more time.
Yeah, absolutely. Na'Vi, a good team, a storied team, a historic roster at this point to win the midseason when they were under the brand.
I wonder what happened. I wonder if someone's mouse died.
Who also have other,
when does Gus have to go back? What do you mean go back?
Atlanta, so we don't just have our Marvel Rivals segment, we have the rest of this entire event if you're here in person.
Tournament in the region? Well, this is LAN. So it's lots of regions.
Too, because we just saw in the last one, we just basically saw one of the best matchups you could see in the history of this esport, but it's best out of 3, right? We're still early on. This is only Friday, and the championships are coming up this Sunday for the grand finals.
Oh yeah, I remember that, Angel.
Call out here just for the side of Na'Vi at the moment, folks. For those who watch that mid-season,
I thought you were taking care of him for a friend. I was.
They now have Jerky. Heard a bit about
that's a hard one to answer these days. But
Psylocke plays incredibly strong. About
he lives here now.
To ultimate right now in this next fight, but keep eyes on Jerky, who has made that sub.
Yeah, And right now, at the moment, Na'Vi look good, but on the opposite side for Team Reject, I mean, they have the control of the point right now. They also have been so good throughout the group stages, and we'll see if they can continue that, as well as we believe have an interview with the side of Reject alongside earlier on in the tournament.
Yes, we're going to check out that interview with Reject right
Something happened. Oh, is it this PC?
Hello, rivals from Multi versus Far and Wide. I am that one Dan, here today joined with Reject. How are y'all feeling?
We're good.
Feeling good? Feeling good. Love that. Love that. Is this anyone's first time in the US?
I'm first, but two guys, not the first.
Oh, really? Well, welcome to the United States. I did want to ask, if you really could describe your team in one word, what would it be if you were able to?
We are just good team.
Good team. Yeah, that works. That
Good
works.
teammates. Yeah.
Who do you think are the best players in your role?
In your list, I think Tara is the best. Yeah. Treasures, it's me.
We love that. We love a good confidence. And then what about the Vanguard?
Vanguard, maybe Marble.
What lessons did you
find
learn from past
Oh, you're just
events,
licking your paw.
past
Never mind.
tournaments?
I don't nervous in international match. Yeah.
Have you been helping your teammates in managing that stress?
Yes.
Spill the tea? I don't want to spill the
Are there any
tea.
big adjustments you had to make?
It's
in
not
order
tea
help
to be
those
spilt.
Teammates get adjusted into the team.
마블이랑 이자키랑 이제 다른 게임에서도 프로를 했었고 오래 했었어가지고 풍부한 게임 경험 때문에 이제
His rich experience from other games. True, true, true.
Making it to this grand final is obviously a big achievement, a big step in your careers. Does making this tournament, was it like a sigh of relief, or is it making you guys more fired up?
그랜드 파이널까지 오는 게 당연하고, 네, 더 좋은 성적을 내기 위해서 노력해야 된다 생각합니다.
One more before I let you guys go. What would it feel like to raise the trophy alongside your teammates and be the first Ignite World Champions?
제가 생각하기에는 저는 이제 상상할 수 없을 정도로 좋은 기분이지 않을까.
That'll be it for us.
I'd be crazy if Korea actually makes an insane run, though.
Reject. Stay tuned for them here in the Ignite Grand Finals, and we will see you out on that big stage.
And welcome back again. Great interview there from that one, Dan. You see the confidence there from Reject, which I think you need, especially at this level of play.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that these players have in spades. As we are about to load back into the first map, we finally...
All right, finally back in. So whoever's PC exploded has now unexploded.
Off the Bucky over to that Phoenix, maybe going to something they're a bit more comfortable on to set up maybe that Meteor M out of Rajaro that we know...
I'm actually surprised Na'Vi lost that fight. They did such a good job rotating. One Jeffel fucked it all up.
Holding on to that Psionic, as Trust Me and Rajaro have those ults available. No answer right now for Reject, so now's the time to make a play, as we see now Trust Me starting up with the Psionic. Nobody is tranced just yet, and kicked right backwards towards the team, so it's a good set of movement there from Reject.
Oh, movement tech. Emma movement tech. Oh, that Emma's gonna die. Oh my god. They're just gonna... Oh, the rune. Ah, the damage was just too strong. They still have it time ticking down, though. Doesn't get the kill on the Jeff. I don't know why they went for that, actually. Why go for the... Why even go for the ult? Finale dies, actually, but I'm just wondering why even go for the mag ult at all. Just put more pressure on them? Oh, that's a late Jeff ult. Fucking extremely late Jeff ult from Finale. Optimistic, to say the least. Unless he's swapping.
It's clearly working, and it's funny that we talked about Jerky, because Jerky just looked disgusting right there again on that Psylocke. Remember, there is damage boost, and then you throw out the Sia. Cosmic Yarn amplifier from Rocket.
Having bans on the screen during the map is an excellent change. I agree. They've done that before. I don't know why they stopped doing it sometimes.
Excuse me, and then you see there the Soul Resurgence for level 1 Crook. There are some answers, but can they find value?
And Valley's giving the one thing they're going to look for right now is Yaki holding off that copy. Sees that he's dove upon by a Psylocke, but it's just a bait for now. Psylocke invisible on the right side. Can Finale track him down? Gets healed by those orbs in the Rocket Raccoon, but Jerky's in a weird
Jerky's
spot.
getting low there.
And now everybody in Navi
What an angle. This is going to get so much value, this Jeff ult. Or not Jeff ult, Jeff's stream. Oh. It's such an aggressive invis ult, and then they didn't use it. Probably going to want that one back. Oh, sorry, it was a Loki ult. I didn't realize.
And there's that Phoenix combination from Naga onto Izayaki. Piggy gonna take out level 1 Crook to even the odds, but still slightly up in numbers here. Trust me, finds a few trances. Piggy now will fall. That's a huge ult.
I think some questionable support ult usage right now coming in from RC.
Still have control of that point, so huge disengage. Gargoyle finds Jerky at the very least. He's still on the backside, but did he have enough healing from Dobby? No, Dobby goes down to Rajaro, and Navi are holding on strong.
Rajaro is gonna press
Used runes really early. Really early. Marv goes down. RC should have probably just disengaged this, and when he came back again, wasn't looking very winnable.
Spawn switch, or that switch in terms of composition, is clearly working out.
That's the tough part. They have touch point. They do send somebody there. On the flank is that Jeff. Rajaro matching it. Has Meteor M ready to go for it. Maybe trying to force out that Jeff ult and then smash down with that Meteor M.
What's going on back here?
With some good positioning, but Finale
waits out the bubble. Oh, kills the Mantis.
take out level 1 Crook. We're in that moment at 70%. The Meteor M bang lands. And it's from down.
Damn, kills Gargoyle.
Gargoyle. Here comes the It's Jeff. Will that be countered? As Finale is able to find just a teammate in that moment.
That Emma's getting real low, but I don't think they can punish. That rocket ult's gonna be the difference maker, isn't it?
Can they burn through it? I don't believe so. Walking backwards.
Yeah, that's some good
yeah.
from Jerky, and they all send Fate, and they cap the point too. So can anybody on reject touch Gargoyle on the flank? No, Marvel in the sky.
Dude, RC was looking so good there. YouTube stream is down. Wait, what? YouTube, are you guys alive?
But it didn't end up mattering because Fate walks forward, helps Jerky secure an elimination, and then runs back up the wall. That's why we talk about.
Say something if you're alive, YouTube. Did you die?
An individual skill, but it's the ability to climb walls.
Yeah, one thing that we kind of missed to touch on because it's just so
they're alive.
Is they're trying to use the Rocket Sia.
Flats 2? Is Flats 2 dead?
So what Phoenix did there was ult at a
Flats 2 die?
So that your Phoenix ult does not have the opportunity to be burned on its way down to the floor. They use that combination.
They're chilling.
Free pick in that fight, turn the entire momentum, and they walked them.
Flats 2's alive.
Really smart play.
You mentioned
what are you guys talking about? They're alive.
With those boosts whenever Naga's not there, and at the moment, this appears to be Jerky's sort of stepping up challenge, right? He's kind of leveling up to the likes of Melio, who has been phenomenal for the team of Citadel. In Na'Vi, they still looking for him. Sure, they lost in the group stages to FlyQuest, but there's a reason these guys were the midseason champions, and they won that first round. Now we go to round number 2 versus Reject and Na'Vi.
Yeah, they're alive.
Na'Vi win this.
Okay, good to know. You guys are good.
Map number 1.
It's a testament to their
yeah, RC I think can win this. They just gotta clean up their support ult usage.
On percentage on point. Begin right now. Reject does have Marvel there on that Venom, looking very successful on map 1, but he loses a ton of HP on that early engagement. Still holds on to cooldowns though, not going to essentially burn anything that will cause them harm. They're going to retake onto point now as it is available 1-1. As trust me and Piggy, the Emma battle on the low side now. Naga holding on with that end song Inferno. Bubble goes through and looking towards Finale, who's done a very aggressive job there on the jet.
Yeah, good skill job on a Naga incoming at that region domain cooldown because Izayaki just used it and he's stunned by Naga.
Well played by
good
Naga,
combo.
cleaned up there by Jerky. Good duo play. Goodbye to that additional HP as Naga lands, but it does not find any major value. Trust me, gonna clean up on Gargoyle. Rajaro now on Adobe.
No swaps by RC I think will cost them. I agree. Na'Vi made some adjustments versus their comp, which was good. RC seems very rigid. Like they're very like, we have played this comp, we are disciplined on this comp, we will do good on this comp, we will win on this comp, and it's like, well, what could they swap, right? I think they could get Finale off the Jaff, maybe, and they could run
with this but Reject with a huge advantage in terms of ults.
Agreed, and that's, you know, the value to
just invis low key. Get some more damage in there.
Level 1 Crook goes down there from Marvel with a piece of invis immediately.
Hey, good heads up play stopping the res. Oh, he's gonna get nuked. Did he just dodge it with the Bucky ult? That was kind of fire. Gets two. Just jump with him. Good jump.
Super smart.
Trust me, he's really low.
But gets the healing, so there's a standing on the point, but it was a huge eat from Dobie, like you mentioned, or rather from the side of Finale.
Good cleanup.
And Reject. They close out.
Good cleanup by RC. Good eat from Finale. They can't mirror rocket, I think. Oh no, they can actually. You're right.
They were targeting the Mantis, like we mentioned in the pre-fight, because of that's the only character that doesn't have a ton of movement.
I don't know. I kind of like the Jeff over the rocket. TBH.
Now they come in. Na'Vi with that Star-Lord alongside their composition for that team up alongside him.
Good scouting, looking for the Venom.
Reject who are ready to go with that Sonic Seduction. They can disengage it later.
Beautiful call there, buddy. As we look forward, Reject does have.
Oh, they did swap Luna. No more Loki, which is interesting.
It will be answered shortly by Jerky, Crook, and Trust Me. We will see if they can make this happen fast enough, but they're still holding on to this.
Now they are actually much more of a sustained comp now with Invis and Loki ult, or sorry, Invis and Luna ult. So there's the Invis. Wow, it cuts through it. Wow, the Psylocke ult cuts through the Invis ult. Holy.
I mean, we were going to call out how good Piggy was playing there, but that was so well timed from Trust Me, right? That ultimate, the Sonic Seduction, slowed down Reject's push. And this has been happening consistently to Team Reject. Like, they keep getting caught in these Sonic Seductions. On the opposite side for Na'Vi, they're not, right? They're ready for it in the early fight because Piggy pops it first inside his invisible boundary. That was so clean by Trust Me in that fight to bring back Reject, who were looking to pop off with Gargoyle.
Trying to build this Luna ult up before the fight begins, but I'm gonna quite get it.
Just so much mobility. The engagement comes through here from Marvel, and it's huge. Will this go through? Great movement again, and patience.
Trying to wait out the bubble. Smart, but he doesn't actually get the final hit on him. And they lose one before they hit the Luna ults. Chad, there's ghosts.
He finds two, but this has been the sort of statement from this squad is
Chad, there's ghosts.
it doesn't matter because Na'Vi
Yeah, I think RC made their swaps to. Hello? Hello? Guys? Hello? Uh-oh. Chat, they died. It's not me, it's them. Honestly, I think Gus sensed the stream was gonna die. He sensed the stream all the way in Atlanta was gonna die. That's crazy. Damn. That's tough. That's tough. Well, that's tough. Gus felt it. He called it. Good job, Gus. YouTube? Is the YouTube stream still going? I'll go look. Is the house safe?
Hi Flats.
Hello.
Happy Halloween to all in chat as well.
Oh.
Hope you all enjoy candy.
They're also dead. Chat, they're also dead. R.I.P. It's gotta be the venue. The venue is cooked. Gus is protecting the house from ghosts. Yo, Epic, thing the 9 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Arizona got nuked. Apparently, so did our education system. That is not where Atlanta is. Is it back? Oh, it is back. It's just... Hello? Why would Boger do this? Honestly, real. I thought I heard Arizona. Oh, okay. Fair. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get away. Stay back. Stay tuned. No. Oh, man. Knock? Should I knock? Hello? Hello? Guys? Is anybody there? Hello? Due to technical difficulties, the games will be decided with rock, paper, scissors now. Honestly, I'm in. Chow, what are you picking? There is a correct answer, by the way. Doo-doo-boo-ba-doo-boo. Boo-doo-boo-ba-doo-boo. Doo-doo-boo-ba-doo-boo. Boo-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Boom, boom, ba-doo. This happened to the last dream hack you were at? This happens at like every dream hack. Literally. Be-dee-beep-ba-dee-bee. Be-dee-beep-beep-beep-bee. When's the Loki skin? I think it's either tomorrow or the Sunday. I forget. What happened? I want to watch this. I don't know. What do I look like? I ain't tech support. I got nothing. I'm as just as in the dark as you are. We're all just kind of staring at this Grand Finals Atlanta screen, just wondering if they're ever going to come back. You know? Maybe come back. You can blame it all on me. Hello. Hello. Oh.
Regardless, Na'Vi gonna stick with that Psylocke ban. They want that mismatch once more because they were expecting the thing to adapt to it. To maybe
what happened?
Jerky was on Psylocke. They also get the Venom ban alongside, or sorry, Protect, to maybe keep them up with the Psylocke. There's that counter ban coming out of the reject onto Psylocke.
Also, the audio's got some like underlying static. I think it's gone now.
Yeah, essentially what I'm seeing here.
Who won? I don't know.
Remove every problem we had in that last composition, but you speak again to Navi's versatility and if they can bounce back from maybe that change. But Na'Vi is going to keep it more consistent, and this time they're going to be able to lock in that Venom that they love so much.
Yeah, locking it in at the current moment for Team Reject.
It looks like Na'Vi won.
I mean, we've seen some mirror matchups in this.
Did Na'Vi win?
Right
Yes, there's a 1 next to their name. Okay.
Both teams prioritizing what was a strength in the last map.
All right, Na'Vi won. I'm going to pay you guys out. You get 30 seconds. Gamble away all of your life savings in 30 seconds. Go, go, go. Predictions up. Go, 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 go.
Of our grand finals on the big stage, folks. I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup.
And so far, I mean, Na'Vi looked pretty dominant, right? That was There wasn't much for Reject except at the very beginning, which you could argue was maybe nerves out of Team Na'Vi. I would like to see Team Reject kind of level it up on this next map to see if they have a real shot at winning, because our very first game of the day, Shib, 100 Thieves versus VP, that was a banger. That felt like a grand finals type matchup. Yeah. For Na'Vi Reject, this is seemingly so far.
We're back.
Like those early
We're so back, actually.
Yeah, I'd agree with your first statement. It's, you know, you saw Reject look so strong in those initial fights, and they held for a while, but I think that was just, again, Na'Vi just downloading what they needed to do to find a way through that front line, and they eventually did.
Oh, I used to have that monitor. Wait, I still have that monitor. It's on the Flats 2 stream. It's a 240 hertz monitor.
And to protect the Bucky, because you can see at least what's happening in Na'Vi's ramp. They're going for that Psylocke. They're going for the Star-Lord. You know that third ban is probably going to be another duelist, and Bucky's one of the best in the game, if not the best duelist, at least counter-diving. So it makes sense to get rid of that as well. However, in the previous map, we saw a lot more.
Well, the bans sometimes change based on the maps. So like this map is a little more front to back. Emma kind of dominates in those, so.
Pretty mirror across the side. Nobody wants that MMS match as well.
And Na'Vi, I think they're heading towards a
I think about Daredevil in pro play. We've only seen a little bit of him, but he's been pretty good when we've seen him.
That is potential, and we'll see. Again, they will be defending here first.
I don't think Loki's active yet.
On the screen, Reject will be attacking. We've seen a lot more strange portal plays initially as well, which I would not be surprised if we see that coming in here from Reject on their attack.
And let's head into it. I mean, on the opposite side for Team Reject, I need to see a little bit more of a finale. Everybody's talking about how good this guy is as a star player. We're going to start it off. Trust me, actually, by the way, trying to go for an off-map. Marvel going for a portal, but we head in now to the back line of Team Reject.
We missed the TP!
And there is that full commitment here.
All right, we're in.
Set up the BRB in the back line.
All right, so we got Rocket Comps on one side, and we have the Hella Namor team up on the other, which is very similar to what 100 Thieves was running.
Got some potential. Piggy is going to be duking it out with the front line here. Traded once more. Nobody is going to be getting any movement on point as the whole back line just trying to stay up. Finale gonna find Jerky. Trust me now. Izzy Yaki gets that first pick. Dobie.
Fake it real low there.
So numbers still held up here for Reject, who should be up 1 as they keep fighting.
I mean, Na'Vi's still healthy in the high ground, also able to get his cooldowns back. So going for a full rotation in terms of those cooldowns means that he's pretty uncontested. Izzy Yaki
RC's getting the cap here too.
Does he have the BRB to bring it back? It might have been too far.
Yeah, that was an aggressive play that did not work out. Portal is here for the retouch already. As again, Reject looking very good on this attack. Piggy finds one more.
Reject looking very good on this attack. They've got them split. Oh, finale? Finale. 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 Oh, that was so troll. Oh, that was so troll. Why? Why run it down main? Explain what front to back is. Front to back is a newer term in Rivals, which is basically says like almost like your heavy tank comps, your brawl comps, the ones that are like they don't have much movements, but they're very sturdy. They're sturdy comps that have like high damage / high sustain. So for example, like mag comps are a lot of times front to back comps. Strange is a front to back comp.
Since the group stages, pull coming out from Gargoyle misses, doesn't set up his Kraken impact. Nog is able to find Dobie as well. And with those two picks, you remove the BRB.
That rocket ult, I'm surprised did not just instantly explode, and they got a kill off of it. It was a bit of a ambitious, strange ult. Misses the Kraken impact. Finale, what are we doing, brother? We're running it fucking down main right now on the Jeff. I feel like we should get Finale off the Jeff here. I hate to say it, but I feel like he's not looking too good. Okay, they agree. They're on to the Atom. I don't know if the Atom's going to be much better, if I'm completely honest with you. I mean, Navi's running the Animal Crossing backline at the moment.
Still not touched. Reject need to do something about him, and I don't think this front-to-back style is going to pan out for them.
It's another situation where Reject looked so good in the initial fight that it was going to go their way, and then for some reason Na'Vi just come through and just have won every fight since. Rajaro holding on here to the Meteor M. Fate as well. Reject will only have Marvel.
Oh, we get the flank coming in.
Freedom charge. Will they commit with it early on, or will they use it to counter? Odds are they're going to try to hold on, but not much way to counter.
Oh my god, Finale almost gets picked off.
As Marvel is going to start. Oh, from downtown.
Oh, he ults from 9 miles away so they don't hear the Jeff ult.
There's a potential big play here from Rajaro.
And he eats 3! Dude, this is such a Jeff diff, it's not even funny. Oh my god, the Jeff diff is crazy. Why would you not just jump off right away? What the hello? Marv?
10 seconds left to go. Portal play could come through.
Oh, it's GR.
It looks like the answer is no. Here comes that portal. Last fight. Reject have to win 2 seconds. Can they even touch?
Oh, that was such an awful little stall. Oh, RC. Ah, you were looking so good. RC, you were looking so good.
Are you kidding me? Again, just so much big brain plays as they're walking down Reject once more.
That was a stomp.
Here on this early push, leaving it all up to their defense.
Genuinely, that was a stomp.
Na'Vi hold. Wow, Reject only getting 92% on the board against Team Na'Vi.
What were the problems there? Finale was ran down mid multiple times. Fate knows how to play Jeff, gets the silent Jeff ult from 9 miles away. They just seem very off. Like, they didn't have like a strat that they were actually going for. Like, it just, after the first push, they just kind of seemed all over the place. A little bit disappointing there out of RC.
They need to show that they've got what it takes. This is their map selection. Show us what you got.
Reject, I mean, they could have maybe panned over to that same Namor hella composition, but I wonder how practiced they even are on it, right? Like, we know FlyQuest likes to play it, Na'Vi now like to play it as well. It's a strong composition when a lot of those strategists are banned alongside a lot of mainly duelists, like the Star-Lord with the Psylocke and a lot of those kind of characters. You need to focus on them because Bucky is good and is strong. However, I mean, Namor just was so hard to deal with. You see Naga having no eliminations. His value was just crazy. And same thing with Rajaro with only 0 KOs on them as well. Nobody really bans out Rajaro's hero pool either. That's not a focus of really anybody so far.
Yeah, and it should be, right? But it's difficult because there's just so much to deal with. Trust me, is going to be likely using that portal and then switching over here to the Venom on the off-angle push. But yeah, I mean,
No. Is it me? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You're never the issue? Hey, shout out to you. You're damn right. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, that's actually so sad. Yeah, it's better to get sorted now before the finals happen. Damn. This is Boger's fault, I heard. Like I said, are you ever going to say something to Boger? I literally just typed that this is Boger's fault. Truth, Nuke. Damn. Yo, Jedi, thank you for the membership, by the way. Appreciate it for 4 months. That guy in the airplane that's messing with the outlet, except it's Boger. True. That guy just asked me, do you think Jeff would taste good? I don't know. Have you ever eaten shark, chat? Chat, type 1 if you've ever eaten shark. Type 2 if you've never eaten shark before and you just want to type a number. The waiting in 3 months.
Friday, brother.
If you have eaten shark, was it good? I hear a little puggy. I hear a puggy.
With that reduction, about 30%. Still,
we're back in.
Keeping the pressure on, and still low, but not down yet.
Wait, there's only a minute left. RC's been holding for 3 minutes.
God is a death guy from Jerky. Can he get the elimination? No, but Jeff comes out on the backside. Fate doesn't find anything.
Fate misses his ults.
Does it connect in the sky? Does connect onto just
Finale's off the Jeff and onto Hella.
Make that 2 as Gargoyle goes down. Numbers are dwindling here as Navi is popping off Naga.
Oh no.
Find Dobie and take home the W.
Damn.
That was a little dicey if you're Team Navi. I mean, great job to close it out, but regardless, the mental pressure that we've talked about on this tournament in the group stage, coming out of Landship. I mean, there's so much pressure on a lot of these players. It makes sense that would take that long.
All right, chat, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to get up and stretch. Chat, as a reminder, this stream is sponsored by Mara Rivals. Thanks so much, Mara Rivals, for sponsoring this section of the stream. Unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties to miss a good chunk of this series. Unfortunately, hopefully they'll get some time to figure it out in between maps or in between matches, because there's another match that's coming on after this. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, be right back.
Across the stage to shake hands, show some good sportsmanship to Reject, to put up a great fight. They still have a shot, as that was just the best of the 3 in this upper bracket, but that does set up the EMEA on EMEA matchup. That's going to be so much fun to see Navi get that rematch versus Virtus Pro, as they both were on the other side looking at each other across the group stage.
Yeah, and shout out there to Rajaro with that MVP. You mentioned, maybe not getting banned as much as he should, with 10 finals there. And keeping the damage consistent, a lot of this team, when you look at Navi, they are very focused on timing. They're not just dealing a ton of damage to the front line, allowing these back lines to just farm ultimates. Instead, they're very targeted. They're using damage boosts at the perfect moment and committing as a unit. And all that communication is being led by Trust Me, who does a great job in the bans and in the team fight prep.
Yeah, I'm curious who the interviewee is going to be on that main stage, because everything we've heard, Trust Me is a very serious guy in terms of, focusing on everybody in terms of the entire team's cohesiveness and how good they can be, right, every single second of the day, right? If they make a tiny mistake, he is really critical about it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think to myself, what is the answer to stop this team? Because you get rid of that Cat Venom, they run the full damage boost comp. You go ahead and you try to get rid of the Mantis, then they're going to lock in and keep that Rocket. They still have damage boost in some, in some aspect, and then they still make big plays. They were running a ton of different heroes, not afraid to run that name war composition too. So another team that can pull that off outside of Fly, and it looked good non-stop. So there's got to be an answer, but right now I'm not sure what it is.
And I'm very curious to see what Jerky has to say on stage with Tetcher. So let's throw it to you guys at the stage.
Thank you very much, guys. I am here with Jerky from Navi, and I want to start off by just saying, out of this roster, you are one of the first to come in here who hasn't already played on the international event for Marvel Rivals. So how are you feeling after your first game on stage?
Well, I have played a lot of LANs before in my career. I was a Fortnite professional, so I have a lot of LAN experience. But I mean, this is a completely new environment. I have a pretty good team. They're pretty solid. They understand the environment. They understand the nerves and everything. So we just keep each other calm, and it's going pretty well.
So you're one of the newer players onto this roster, along with Crisis. How are you fitting into this environment with this world champion roster?
I think Melio and I are quite the similar player because we have the quite similar hero pools. So I think they didn't mind the swap out, right? It's a bit of a learning curve, but we're doing pretty well, I think.
So while that matchup did go very much your way in your group stage, you so far have only really fallen to FlyQuest while dropping in the odd map here or there. What has changed since the group stage that's going to take you all the way to the top?
I think against FlyQuest we were trying out something new because we were already qualified, so there wasn't that much on the line. But honestly, if people are counting us out, I don't think that's a smart choice because we're still here and we're here to win.
So last time, Navi had a lower bracket buff coming through both the lower bracket in the play-ins and also the play-offs. Does you and the Crisis being here change that? Do you not need it anymore because you're rotating through that upper bracket?
I mean, I think we have it. We have quite a tough match soon. We are going to be facing off Virtus Pro, right? So that's our only obstacle, I think. And after that, it should be smooth sailing.
I do want to ask, a couple people may have seen it on the video, and if they don't watch your stream, what's up with the nose clip?
Oh, the nose? It just helps me breathe a little bit better, and I think the proper oxygen inflow is really good to perform better. So if it's placebo or not, I don't know, but it's making me play better.
And you already mentioned your next opponent is going to be Virtus Pro for the EMEA matchup. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to them?
I think Virtus Pro is a really, really tough team. They're really good, right? All of them are individually very good, but also as a team. So it's going to be rough, but it can go, it's 50-50. It can go to anyone on that day. So if we play our best, I think we have it. If they play better, then
do you guys want to see
I wouldn't mind losing.
Daredevil?
Well, we'll see if you do later on. Thank you very much for joining me, Jerky, and we are going to be getting ready to head over to the analysis desk for the full breakdown of that last series.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the desk. Listen, I think a lot more of those nose clips are going to sell after that because it might be placebo. I'm thinking it's working, y'all. For me, Jerky, huge addition to this team. Fit right in, being that cogged machine. Rajaro stuck out to me, getting that MVP after what we saw in the group stage. I was impressed. For you, Moxie, what was the big difference there for Na'Vi going against Reject?
Mantis. They got Mantis. We were all just sitting here on the desk watching that ban draft go through and just being like, oh no. Okay, the Mantis is going to be able to make it out, which means that all of a sudden that Mantis is going to be able to damage boost things like Jerky Psylocke. We saw, right? Reject, they gave the Mantis once and then immediately pivoted away from it. These teams, they've got to start taking Mantis out, especially on domination.
It got a little scary as well throughout that entire draft. They, especially in map 1, they let that Loki ban drop further and further down, and that made, at least Moxie, it made her really, really scared. And thankfully they were able to get it done, but still wasn't
I guess that doesn't mean any.
Oh, we were
look at
absolutely
you!
animated over here, saying, no, don't do that, grab that. That's what you love to see over here, just fans at its core. And, you know, we're going to focus on the winners some more, but I want to talk about Reject real quick. Obviously, you know, North America was their strength. They went against Envy Dark Zero, got the win there. They get to play 100 Thieves, so good news for Reject fans. You get another North American team. Is that going to be the secret sauce? What do they do to look to balance back here, Dan?
I mean, Reject, we touted them as a team that knows how to play together well, a team that knows how to play against a dive composition, being able to focus down key players that have a key ultimate available. But unfortunately, they just looked out of sync. They weren't able to get it done. Possibly due to Na'Vi being
I'll show you this trick. Ready?
Like that approach, and Na'Vi were able to get around that quite well.
There's some similarities, though, between the two teams of themselves and 100 Thieves in the way that we've seen, you know, Finale's Hero Pool getting entirely swept out in the ban draft so that he was forced into playing things that you normally wouldn't really get to see him from. And I think 100 Thieves have that same level of style, too. So that matchup between those two teams could actually be very, very close by pushing each other out of the comfort zones.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. When you look at the way these rolled out, you know what I have to focus on here, quick Moxies, because you get the pleasure of casting the EMEA. Now we got Na'Vi.
He's letting his devil out. He's letting his devil out.
So for Na'Vi, right, looking now to, you know, get back at VP a bit after what happened there in the group stage early, what is going to be the key to that success?
I think for them, like you heard it on the interview, right? Jerky was saying that they were treating the last couple of matches in the group stages as experimenting, and I think one of the experiments that they were doing was seeing what compositions are actually sustainable with a 2-2-2 comp, what's sustained by a triple strat instead, so that when we go into the ban draft, they don't have to focus as hard on securing strategists.
Oh, big yawn!
They can keep up duelists and vanguards instead.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It was great to see on the Jeff once again. Faye, you know, representing there on the biggest stage once again, and now that we're going into the semis, I mean, Na'Vi, they're knocking on the door.
I didn't think it'd be too big, but it's a little too big.
You imagine full year one just belonging to Na'Vi. Dan, listen though, lower bracket, right? Walk us through a little bit what happened over there in the Asia scene, because lower bracket doesn't mean anything, right? You can bounce back easily, get right back up there.
I mean, that's exactly what Crazy Raccoon did, but unfortunately they are no longer with us. But for Reject, that kind
Why is it no longer with us like they died?
It's still very, very viable, right? Even though it's all best of 5, it's still going to be a grueling, a long and arduous process to get back to that grand final of the grand final. And Reject still have their chance as they go up against 100 Thieves.
I mean,
you've had your treat limit for the day, though, so no more.
The best in the world go at it and seeing what it looks like when you put it all together into the pure chaos, as Scarlet Witch would say. When you look at Na'Vi, Moxie, is there anything you'd like for them to clean up?
He's going to be such a scary little devil when all the kids show up to trick or treat today.
I think honestly they pointed out on cast, right? The speed that they actually gave up that point tick. Part of it was also because the Jeff got through, and when that Jeff E came through from Finale's end, they had to sacrifice Dance of the Butterflies so that they were able to take the Jeff out before he went off the map, which then had a huge domino impact on securing the ultimate economy because they wanted to use the Dance of the Butterflies
machine?
to put
No,
pressure
no,
on
no,
the
no,
Invis women's Invis boundary, but they didn't get to do that.
Absolutely, it looked like
All
to
right,
me
I'm gonna go
was
take him
trying to
out.
look at what FlyQuest did against
I'll be back
Na'Vi,
in
and
2
so we
minutes.
saw like that success happen for them.
Right,
the one
but-
thing that didn't
No.
didn't do is if you look at the map
Wait,
pool
why are you
pick,
showing me your
he went
butt?
to Wakanda even after the
Why are
lose.
you giving me
That's
your butt?
I mean, that is a tough place to take Na'Vi, who looked like quite very comfortable
Why are you
there.
giving me your butt?
Outside of that, I mean, Dan, from what you've seen, Reject,
What is this?
I mean,
What are
is
you
that a
trying
map
to
that they've
accomplish?
done well in? Why would they take Na'Vi to such
Why
a
are you
dominant
standing
map for
on
them?
me?
That caught me off guard a little bit, right? Choosing Burden to
I know
T'Challa
you're standing
over
on me.
some
You want
other
tweets.
maps that
No more tweets.
Reject have been known to be good at. They went undefeated throughout stage 2 with
Okay.
Yggdrasil.
Let me go get him
surprised
changed,
as to why they
so,
didn't opt to pick that against
doesn't-
Na'Vi. But it just seemed like at that time, Reject had a feeling that their Wakanda map was the more comfortable one, but unfortunately, it fell flat.
I mean, they seemed comfortable though on the defense. That's the thing when you run the Hela composition, right? It doesn't really matter as long as you can secure at least the first part of Hall of Djalia and then get a little bit into second so you have the verticality. Hela can at least just put the pressure and play a much better defensive composition than offensive.
Absolutely, and we kind of saw that a little bit in the group stage as well. And, you know, Reject kind of warmed up to it as we take an updated look at our bracket here. Again, the semis are set there for the upper, and we'll continue to find that as they move along. We have another great 2 matchups after this. It's the Battle of North America there, the Civil War, if you will, of Marvel, FlyQuest, Dark Zero, and then of course there at the end, what we have is Chopper Mag and Citadel. I mean, out of those 2 matchups, both are amazing. What team do you got? Who do you think is going to win here? Moxie, final thoughts.
I think that's the most exciting thing. We really, truly do not know which team could potentially take it because Chopper Mag have been on an upwards trend and Citadel have been starting to fall into a little bit of a slump. So it's going to be about who's adapted after their weaknesses have been shown.
Well, it has been absolutely incredible, y'all. Hopefully you've been enjoying the action over there. Reset, reload, grab a snack if you will, because we have fast-paced electric action coming right back to you after this quick break.
All right. Ugh. Chat, did they say what our next match is? I gotta give you guys a gamble. A little prediction.
Which ones have what it takes to become the best of the best?
FlyQuest and DX. Oh. Wait, why did it do... Why is it typing in reverse? Hello? How the hell it... Hello? FlyQuest and DZ. Chow, you get 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Go, go. Go. Go, go, go. Hello? Uh-oh. Guys. Hi, bud. You want to see the poll? It's a prediction. Refresh. Refresh. I do feel bad. I kind of feel bad for Rivals right now. This is like their first America LAN. Because the other one was in China, so like the time zones were really off. And this is happening. It feels bad. It's actually such a feels bad. The game is pretty 50-50. I mean, this is a pretty big game that's coming up right now. Both Dark Zero and FlyQuest are really good. Yeah, YouTube streaming has like no features. Like streaming wise. Streaming features on YouTube really are light years behind Twitch, unfortunately. But the actual streaming itself is really nice. So, you know, I guess there's trade-offs. Yeah, it's that DreamHack. It's probably internet issues at the venue. Yeah, like a lot of times at events like this, you have a lot of people fighting for the same internet line, you know? So stuff can happen. You know what I mean? Unpause? I'm not paused. It's the event. It's not me. Not me. Echo, thank you 2 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know. Shamming 14 months. Appreciate it. Actually, while this is going on, I need to download something anyway, so give me 2 seconds. To do this. Oh. And then let me start the download. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. There's not really anything happening. Nice cut. Thanks, dude. Hi, Puggy. Hi, Puggy. Did you like your costume? Did you like letting your devil out? Did you like letting your devil out? Can I tell you? Can you tell me how to improve my aim in Marvel Rivals? Sure. You just got to hit your shots. I hope that was helpful. No, it's luscious, I think it's, but... Wait, how do you spell luscious? Fuck. Wait, that's not how you spell it. Uh-oh. Oh, it is how I spell it? Oh, beautiful. Totally meant to do that. Probably not, Daniel. Fun game, though. You have an interview in 15 minutes? Wait, are you not working at the same place? Didn't you, mechanic stuff? Or just, like, looking for new opportunities? Ah, okay, that makes sense. That is a crazy, crazy thing I just read. All Flats' chatters deserve love? Wrong. Look at someone like Modest, where somebody said, if Flats was a frog or a lizard, which bug would you be excited to eat most? Responded with, I'm gonna say he will say cockroach. They do not deserve the same amount of love. Fuck them. To the dungeons. Mods, off with their head. Okay, which bug? I'm gonna be honest with you. My initial reaction when you asked that question was I was gonna say a Heracross. I don't know why. Heracross isn't a bug. I mean, it is a bug, but like, it doesn't make sense. Nah. Well. Glaze is crazy. You're missing the joke. He said earlier that unless someone says nice things, then he was gonna... And I'ma do it again if you don't turn this shit back on. That's so funny. You know, Flat stole my McChicken. Make it 3 next time, buddy. How dare you only have 1 McChicken for me to steal? It's fucked up. You know, I should ask Jay if he wants to play that RV game. What's going on? They're having some issues. I'm in a Corfa clap right now. Oh, DM. Playing Milk? What the hell is Milk? Oh, it's just a... The fuck is Milk? Milk. Oh, hell no. What the fuck is that? Oh, dude, I'm in a Corpa clap right now for Rivals. I can't open that. I can't open that right now. That is crazy. So how we doing, chat? We still yapping? Everything is paused. Y'all aren't missing anything. Good to know. How long have they been paused for? A few minutes now. The thing is, it's crashed back off and on a few times. Something's up with the internet at the arena. Unfortunately. I do feel actually really bad for Rivals. This is their first American event. American infrastructure making us look bad. Why is everyone else wearing Spider-Man costumes? What do you mean everyone else? Jason won? Really? Let's see, Andy. I saw Jay posted on Twitter that he did a cos or dressed it up with his dad as Hulk, and he was Jeff. So I thought he would have been Jeff, but can we gift for treats? I've already given him 3 treats today. I gotta cut him off. I was showing chat his new trick that he knows. I taught him a new trick. Yo, thank you for the super chat. Wear a Spidey costume. My life is yours. Brother, I can't pull one out of nowhere. I missed a trick. We'll give him some time. He needs a cooldown period. He ate 3 treats in the last hour. Give him like another hour or 2. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, but I don't want to make him sick. I don't want to make him sick. He's just a little buggy. He's just a little buggy. Where's Gush costume? I took it off him, but he was letting his devil out earlier. Meowser BF. Meowser BF, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, Holmes? Hi. What? Did you hear us talking about treats and you were like, oh, I want one? But you're going to be sick again. We can't get sick. I know what you want. I know exactly what you want.
Flats tell Guang, Sentinel needs to be a dead to the game. We need these mutants gone in.
Sentinel needs to be out of the game. We need these mutants gone. I mean, I don't really have a... Not like I can pick up the phone and give him a call. You know? I appreciate the 5, though. Maybe at some point. How you doing, Puggy? Hi. He responds to Puggy. Like, he knows that's his name. That's what I'm talking to him. Are we actually back? Wait, they're gonna be doing loser round today too? I don't think he can show that on stream. Not right now, no. That was such a sick Jeff throw. Yeah, schedules from top to bottom. Well, I'm assuming Sunday's only going to be semifinals, grand finals. So there's a lot of matches they had to play with all the teams that are in today and tomorrow, you know? Yeah, it's one weekend. I mean, we've had play-ins like all the way up to this point, and then the LAN was this week. So before DreamHack started, they did the group stages.
Hello and welcome back, my friends, as we were dealing with Ultron a little bit. We're here live back at the desk. I'm your host, Cozy. I've got the crew once again. We've got from the land down under Australia, Matsy. How's it going today, buddy?
G'day, Cozy. It's going absolutely crikey, mate. We are having a ripper of a show here today, and I can't wait to see exactly what's going to go down.
And we also have...
it's like they found the most Australian man known guy on the planet.
Is that Dogman?
You're the wrong guy, man. It's America Man here, and we have an incredible match coming up in a second, Cozy, with a matchup between two American conglomerates, right? These are the best teams in the entire tournament.
This is very American. Conglomerates.
That doesn't matter. But we still have a civil war, Cozy, right? Between some of the top teams, not including Envy. Of course, they let us down. We don't have to worry about that. We can move into real tournaments of this entire thing, or this champions of the entire thing in FlyQuest.
Yeah, kicking them while they're down. I mean, the Envy fans are watching, man. I mean, America Man, keep it
No, they're
together
trash.
over here.
We send them over to Australia, where Matsy's from. Screw it.
Listen, guys, we have an amazing America matchup. We call it the Civil War here in Marvel Rivals, as we have FlyQuest versus Dark Zero. Now, FlyQuest is the perfect one to highlight first. This is an absolute electric team from start to finish in the group stage, folks. I mean, I guess, Matt,
what's going on?
To America, man. I mean, what do you have to say about FlyQuest and what you've seen?
One word: champions. These guys are going to be that. That is my fortune for this entire tournament, Cozy. They're going to win it all right? It's not even going to be close.
Ooh, you reckon it's not going to be close? No. I reckon we could see a bit of Dark Zero to Hero coming out into this one. You know, I think that FlyQuest might face a bit of mortality here into the playoffs.
See, Matt, this is where you're messing up. I'm talking about the macro. You're thinking about these teeny tiny matches such as FlyQuest and Dark Zero. I'm thinking these guys are going to take the whole damn thing.
Hey, listen, with the roster of FlyQuest and this team that's put
it's
together,
possible. They could take the whole thing.
You've got the young stud in Energy, the duelist position in the massive pickup of the year in Vision, and taking a look at what they've been able to put together here. I mean, in the Vanguard front, you got Spark Chief, Vess, who, in my opinion, easily top 3 Vanguard in this entire tournament. Would you say top 3?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do stats. That's ridiculous. That's some nerd stuff. I'm more about, we know these guys are the vibiest, the best, incredible group across the board, and that's why, yeah, Vess is just that guy.
Dogman, thank you for that once again.
No, wrong guy, wrong guy.
America Man, sorry. America Man, I apologize.
America Man, yeah, damn right.
With FlyQuest, what we saw in the group, right? We saw them honestly just look dominant. We called that kind of the group of death. There was all the best teams in there, and they were able one by one, as we see them take down Citadel very confidently. They moved on through this bracket quite easily to set them up for this seed. And that last match for me, them versus Na'Vi, was kind of that tale. I mean, we just saw what Na'Vi did to Reject. Is FlyQuest all the part?
Ooh, I think that FlyQuest is definitely going to be able to follow a similar trend there. You know, I think Dark Zero, they might have a bit of a struggle here, but it's the other side of heroes that might be able to make the best impact.
Yeah, the one that's up right now is the Dark Zero FlyQuest.
Listen, I'm just confused because you're American Man. They're both American teams, but it's all FlyQuest for you?
Civil Wars happen as
if you bet something and you didn't get your points back just now, you might have accidentally bet the wrong one because we paid him out a while ago.
Right now, I think Dark Zero have a shot to be the #2 team.
Yeah, you know what I always like to say with FlyQuest is that they don't really have a weakness on any role. Really, their best comparison is VP in that sense, right? Because they just have studs in every single position, whether it's Cooper and Celos in the back line as a strategist holding down. But with Vess and with Vision and Energy, they just flow so well. What I like to see typically from them, it's the meta that is working out.
Damn, he just went through their whole team except Spark Chief. That's fucked up. Poor Spark Chief. He said their whole team has bright spots except Spark Chief.
At the moment, you can see
Aww.
everything that we've known this team to pop off with. It's regardless of the situation. FlyQuest is them right now at the current moment, Cozy. They just consistently are at the top, right? We know that the damage output of their duelists are really good, right? Just to lean into other areas, but this team is great right now.
Yeah, Matsy, when you look at what they've been able to put together here in the group stage, again, I was dissecting the film, it's just been near perfection. Asking the teams around, their #1 pick, who could win this whole thing, outside of themselves, of course, has been FlyQuest, right? So do you think, I'll call it right now. Fellas, I'm gonna put you both on the spot. Is FlyQuest making it all the way? Are we gonna get the upset? What do you got?
Well, I think they're definitely a competent team. I think on paper right now, they're looking to be one of the favorites, alongside VP there. But I think that there's going to be a few surprises coming out of this group stage. I think, like I said, Dark Zero could be 0 to hero in this one. Definitely test them, take it to them here, because, we've obviously seen a few pieces out of teams here and there, but this could be the one where they face a bit of mortality.
Yeah, absolutely. With Dark Zero, American Man, we'll give it to you. Dark Zero, the other team, you said that you're going to put them there in the second, right? But I mean, we have other great teams. So hey, this roster is amazing. These players, we've got to know them really well. American Man, go ahead and tell me about the roster.
American Man.
They're the best players in the world. I know I said that about FlyQuest, but they are the #1 players in the world. Cozy, the way I see it is that Dark Zero across the board are as good and as talented as FlyQuest, and as are every single American team here. Everybody else kind of a step below.
Ryan Mazing did not get the pose memo. Oh boy.
Amazing. He is that star player on Iron Man in the past, but now coming in regardless. These stats, nobody cares, all right? Dark Zero is the best team here besides FlyQuest, obviously, and on the opposite side, 100 Thieves. We already know America's going to win the whole tournament, so none of these stats matter. Taking a look at these sexy men, this team is really them.
Wow. You know what? You never know what you're going to get with old dog up here on the desk. Listen, American Man.
Was that the 6-7 thing? I hope Dark Zero gets stomped.
And right now, they formed this kind of super squad, right? And they've been quite literally, they've assembled their own Avengers, if you will.
You lost me.
And what they were able to do
I'm gone.
Against Envy is what we're seeing.
I'm out.
This was kind of the start of the setup of what was the, I don't even want to say upset with Dark Zero, but I know we're definitely, proud to see them continue to evolve, Batsy, as they get.
Can I take my points back and re-predict?
This team just keeps getting better.
Better and better. They're just leveling up. They're going Super Saiyan on this one. So great to see just how much power they can bring to the fold here, because this is the revenge story for Dark Zero, right? They're trying to run it back from stage 2. They had a clean sweep from FlyQuest there, and now they're trying to seek their revenge right here, right now, to prove that they have improved leaps and bounds since the last time they faced off.
Absolutely. I mean, with, speaking of Super Saiyans, I don't know how many Kamehamehas we'll get out of Adam Warlock, because
Fifthing in 9 months. Appreciate you.
Almost every single time, right? We typically see the Jeff in there get banned a lot, the Adam in the domination phase. Do we expect, just yes or no, gentlemen, do we expect Adam anytime today from Dark Zero? They're going to just get banned out? Yes. We expect it. Oh, Nazi?
Yes, expectations are going to be as expected.
For me, the matchup to watch here, when you look at both these teams, of course, is, funny enough, they don't get as much love as they deserve, is that strategist backline matchup, right? See what Kuroba's going to bring against, the other side there in Cooper, and when you look at the Jet matchup as well, Kuroba does play that role, and when you look at what Vision does, it's the same song and dance. But listen, dog, I know you know Rye very well. His parents are here, incredible. American, yep. When you look at Rye Amazing as a player, what does he bring to this team?
Everything. I mean, he brings the entire world to him. I mean, America is that, right? Really, when we think about it, they're going to win the entire tournament.
Alright, that's some crazy comms there, Dogman. That's a crazy comm.
Children, which was we just give everybody first place, right? That's kind of the way we should move forward, and Ryan Amazing is that #1 guy. He brings the team together.
Absolutely. We've got a 3-way tie, I guess, for first up to American Man. Hopefully that's the last we see of him. But either way, we got a lot of action coming to stage. You know what? Let's meet these players. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams today. Tetcher, take it away. Who do we?
It's time for our third matchup, and it's a civil war. We are heading into our America versus America matchup, so it's time to meet the teams.
What in the world is Dogman's fit? He's America Man.
From the Americas region, please welcome FlyQuest. It's their first international event, Cooper. Zealous, Vision, Energy, the hometown hero Vess, and Spark Chief fought their way through the group in first seed, and they are prepared to take it even further. Welcome, FlyQuest.
They're not going to stand in front of the stage for a second. I feel like they should just go straight to their chairs.
And please welcome your second team, also hailing from the Americas, fighting their way through their group and looking to continue the streak. Please welcome Dark Zero! Coming through their region in the
Oh, I saw the strange portal. I saw it.
Already surpassing them and making their way in to that final top 8. It's their first international event as well, but they are looking to surpass and continue to climb. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Zero! The stage is set. It's the Americas versus the Americas, and therefore we have.
Who y'all rooting for? I'm all in now on FlyQuest ever since I saw they did the 6-7 thing.
Of stars and stripes.
It's over.
Head over to the casters to bring you all of the action.
Hello, we're here in the American Derby, our third match headlining here. Dark Zero up against FlyQuest. I am Dan, this is Moxie. We had to do a little bit of portal play to get right here onto that desk.
Dogman is an experiment to bring to life an American from the Japanese mind. So remember, chat, always be the American Japan thinks you are.
Long because they got 4 spots. Okay, these teams, they've played each other a whole bunch of times, especially for some players on Dark Zero, given the fact that they were previously on Sentinels. So we've got to see a whole bunch of rivalry starting to generate up in the American region, which is continued when we go.
It's like we've been through in best, by the way. I
band
appreciate
drafts,
it.
because just as we were talking about things like the Mantis in Series 1 and Series 2, we also have to talk about the
Y'all just don't
Mantis,
fuck
the
with
Adam,
DZ's
and
aura.
the
6-7 is the way, the truth, the light mods off of that guy's head.
because whichever one you
Delete
don't
him
go for
from
is going to be
existence.
the safe.
Yeah, that's been the pattern really for throughout this entire draft, right? One team takes the Mantis, the other takes the Jeff. And that's really been what these teams have been adapting towards, albeit a little bit of an adjustment from some of these teams. But for now, the staple so far in this entire tournament, throughout the entire group stage, has been that Mantis and Jeff headlining the start of those bands.
I mean, we've started to see a couple.
Oh shit, they did it. Oh, you might not know.
Catches the immediate insta ban because it's a strategy that works incredibly well at stopping the triple spawn hold from the defense. But you can also then continue using the Emma on the second and third point of
99
as opposed to it just
99 bans, 99 timeouts.
Beginning of it. However, when we go
99
into
plus.
domination, the Emma isn't the one that gets the insta ban, because if it is, then it's an instant save on the Mantis, and we saw from Games 1 and Games 2 what exactly leaving the Mantis on the table leaves up to the plate.
Yeah, there's so many different ways you can manipulate the enemy team really with that Mantis ultimate. The Soul Resurgence just provides that bonus HP, that bonus movement speed, and that just allows teams to go for retakes, go for
Mixmaster, thank you for the 10 mods. Off with his head.
But Jeff also on domination is just so strong because they have a circle to defend, and if you're able to get a circle on that circle, you fall down in one deep circle at the edge of the map.
Well, you're going to be falling down, especially if the Jeff is left on the table for Krakoa, as this is one of his best maps. But the Mantis is going to be first removed from both of these teams, meaning that we could very well see a
double
Jeff
Mantis
save.
ban.
I like the fact that
Bucky save.
went for the Winter Soldier save over the Jeff. It
Wow.
manages to put the counter against the It's Jeff ultimate with the Kraken Impact CC immunity.
Venom ban.
Also now puts a lot of pressure onto FlyQuest if they want to run any form of
Jeff
dive.
save.
Any sort of dive might be the play for Dark Zero. They do pick up the Jeff, so that is a good look for them for FlyQuest so far. But Dark Zero, they managed to get that Bucky. We talked about this throughout this entire tournament, how strong this Bucky
Venom
is,
ban.
and how versatile it is in so many of these compositions.
Well,
Wait, now we get to see the in-game one?
The symbiotic shenanigans, because that's the immediate reaction from Dark Zero's end, starting to put
Hella
a lot of
cap.
pressure on what this Jeff is going to enable. However, we have seen FlyQuest play both the Captain America as well as that Angela that Spark Chief has been starting to pick on through. Dark Zero are also going to remove the Hela composition with the Hela Sylar and Namor, so if they want to run for that dive, they can. And we're going to get
Gelatin,
to
thank you 3 months. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Off between the two teams, with one of them having to hold the Kraken Impact to react to the Jeff ultimate, and FlyQuest getting to use these as whenever they so choose.
So apparently we just all have the same TikTok feed, right? For the pair of anguish with you and your Uber driver. We all have the same feed, huh? Ariella, by the way, thank you for the fresh tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know what? I want on my 2-week trip to Jamaica. All right.
Well, Kuroba's not getting to play his comfort. Adam is going to be the last
Holy.
coming on through, and I'm sure a lot of FlyQuest fans are breathing
With the 20
a
gifted.
big sigh of relief over that one, given the fact that
Andy, thank you for the big 20 gifted. Your crate. Hello? Yo, a multi-gamer dude with the 10 gifted. Hello? Hey. Back-to-back 20 and 10 gifted. Hey, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Hello? Thank you. Much love. Appreciate you. And Golden Kappa Scam Train.
They were also able to grab up Cooper's Loki.
Ah, damn. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
He is the best in the world at.
Cooper knowing to manipulate the clones well as we.
I'd give Gussie a treat, but he's on a cooldown right now. He needs some time. He already ate 3. Meta, thank you 13 months. Appreciate you. With much thing the gifted as well. Appreciate you.
Great responsibility. We will show the world why we are the best up-and-coming title in
Keystone.
the world. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you, Keystone, for the 5 gifted. Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you.
You ready to rival?
Okay. And Ray's Gelatin with the 5 gifted. Hello? What is going on with the gifted? Yo, appreciate you, Gelatin. Much love. Chad, get something juicy. Thank you. Yeah, give it like another half hour. I can give him 1 treat. Another half hour, he can get 1 treat.
FlyQuest looking to stack their ultimates as well. Dark Zero doing the same. So far, it's looking to be on even footing. As the numbers and the health bars going up and down and up again.
Oh, actually, crap. After this fight, we can wrap that.
But does have the cocoon, so it'll be an even fight for the time being. But there is so much.
We'll let the whole fight finish first.
On the flank side of things, as Dark Zero are able to get a 1-man advantage.
Oh my goodness, Smash coming on through with that Psylocke.
Okay, they're back in line. By the way, chat, nothing's going to change, but this section of the stream was sponsored by Marvel Rivals. Thank you so much, Marvel Rivals, for sponsoring this section of the stream. They just wanted me to watch some Ignite matches and hang out with you guys and let you guys know about the matches, which you can do Command Marvel Rivals to learn more about, or learn more about the game. But I'm assuming if you're here, you probably already know about all that. So we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing, which is watching some of these games. So thank you so much to Marvel Rivals for sponsoring this section of the stream. However, that is the end officially of the sponsored section. W Rivals, appreciate you. Yeah, crap, you can take it down on YouTube and Twitch. Oh my God! Hello?
Wipe out FlyQuest as both of those ultimates from Riot Amazing and Smash are teaming up to take out FlyQuest, who do need to run for the hills and look for that reset very quickly.
That's a lethal.
Damn, Dark Zero looking kind of strong right here.
Smash both getting the damage ultimates at the same time as Cooper went through with the regenerative domain from those doppelgangers. It does mean, however, that FlyQuest get to hold on to both the Loki and the Adams ultimates for this next fight. The question is, do they get the opportunity to use them, as Dark Zero are going to be 60% plus on the board at the moment. Madara going to have that stone extraction just to try and shut down
the power of 6-7. I cannot root for them anymore because of that, and because of you specifically. You're making it worse.
So when the Emerald ultimate comes out, the reaction has to be the regen domain.
FlyQuest went a little forward. Dark Zero gave him a little space, something that we don't see very often in these domination kinds of maps. Dark Zero, though, are going to contest right on the point. A dance battle between the two. Luna knows his energy.
Good Maggle.
But everyone on Dark Zero looking to clap right back. Cooper and the rest of FlyQuest need to find a way, find the method to get themselves into the site. But
we have the cap ult up.
Stay on the site for the time being as the overtime meter comes into fruition.
Just gonna take a guess. Gets blocked. Good block though, by the way. That defensive mag shield was crazy. Psylocke did about 3 damage because of all the stacked up stuff. Wait, he's yeah, because Smash plays on controller. Do you see how like he just looks so chill? He's just sitting there like this, like just chilling.
Yeah, Psylocke behind the point, not actively on the objective.
Yo!
Not have to worry
Let's
about
go, Mox.
Psylocke marked. Was free to go through and play off of all of the space provided by Spark Chief and Bez.
Happy for you.
This is where FlyQuest composition truly hits its stride. Dark Zero don't have an ultimate to start sweeping FlyQuest's numbers, which means that we're going to see Vision get to hold on to this Karmic Revival for a very long time, as they just have to deal with the retake potential of Psionic Seduction from Dark Zero's end.
Madara has that Psionic Seduction like you just said, but Vision and Zealous and Energy all still have their ultimates alive and ready to go, as Madara, the only member on Dark Zero with their ultimate, will have to pull the trigger, but FlyQuest are willing to zone away, but they find
I don't know why he rotated main for that. That was interesting. Could have just backed out the tunnel and been fine. Bonus opening the gifted. Yeah, I think anytime someone's come in here and told us that they have a job interview, they've gotten the job. It's like 100% buff.
Regen Domain and Doppelganger is going to be coming on through. We hit Cooper actually go for the copy, and it's not the Adam that he grabs, it's the Luna instead.
Tries to hit the Bucky with it. Oh my god, they just got a 3K. Holy 3K.
It looks so bad for Dark Zero. It looked like they were using their ultimate.
They're not going to be able to touch either. Oh wow, Spark Chief does touch. And he's instantly dead. Damn. I haven't got to see much of Spark Chief, but is he struggling a little bit?
So sometimes when you invest,
I feel like he might be struggling a little bit.
At the same time, like you said, it can be a mistake. However, Dark Zero identified that if they went for the full team wipe against FlyQuest, there wouldn't be enough time for one of those players to swap over to the Strange and portal everybody back. It's a big investment. If they hadn't been able to do it, it would have looked really, really rough, and it would then have impacted into this next opening fight for round 2, given the fact that on Domination, Ultimate Charge carries over, and because of that, they don't have all of those ultimates, but what they
it's
do
3 and 1.
have
It's not awful, but
when FlyQuest, the only way they're going to be able to absorb that is Spark Chief's Freedom Charge, which now means that the entirety of the team is forced to position with the Captain America, who can't flank in and play on an off angle, and Dark Zero gets way more space for Amazing and Smash to do whatever they want.
Spark Chief definitely needs to.
Alright, they don't have the TP anymore. FlyQuest tried to TP, but it didn't go off.
Use the Captain America and the Jeff to go around the backline and just find a way to get backline access on Dark Zero.
Guys?
Whereas Dark Zero, though, they still have that Psionic Seduction.
Someone's asleep.
Means that Spark Chief has to stay with the team, stay grouped, allow the Star-Spangled Path to keep the bonus HP alive for FlyQuest as they look to converge right onto the second round. Dark Zero are up one leg. Can they find the second?
I think they're trying to bait the engage and then pop the ML.
With that Psionic Seduction, Spark Chief now manages to bolt the Freedom Charge, which should be the green light for FlyQuest. Captain America's ultimate comes through. Dark Zero utilizing the Psionic Seduction to try and shut down the space as they ignore the Vanguard entirely, rushing onto FlyQuest's backline to force Spark Chief to have to peel. However, the picks have come through on FlyQuest, and they were able to take out Velocity on the Invis, and Jeff alone is just not enough. FlyQuest have so much more sustainability.
Oh.
We get to see the cast of the Kraken Impact. It dodges the Jeff ult cast, but he's still in the iframe and doesn't get hit by the Aura Impact.
Wow, actually didn't get credit on the kill off the map, though.
They are able to seize control thanks to the Jeff ultimate from the team. As everyone on FlyQuest, they're playing.
Good start from FlyQuest.
Forward. They're trying to get as much room as possible and give away.
I just got a DM from one of your viewers who's my childhood friend. We found ourselves in this chat.
Back from this map.
Smash and Amazing.
1, that's fucking wholesome as shit. 2, damn, there really isn't that many old people communities on this platform anymore, huh?
From Zealous, they've also got Cooper. It's going to be the start of the fight, so Regen, Domain, and Clones are all still going to be active, which means the Dark Zero can't afford to take this fight first. They've got to stagger out some of those resources. Projection is just a bait. Smash trying to force Cooper's hand into burning that one so they can get the amount of doppelgangers off the field to diminish the dash absorbs.
Dash absorb indeed. Smash looking to get spotted, but he's gonna have to 1v1.
I don't know how he just lived that. Oh, because the fucking Bucky fell down.
Energy, but FlyQuest have a lot of their ultimates alive and ready to go. Dark Zero also has theirs as well. It's a matter of time of when
good block.
to pull the trigger. When
Dude, Impunity's fucking mag shield blocks have been pretty top tier. One shots the Luna. I don't think I don't know if Vest was alive. Good eat from Vision. They didn't have bubble.
Landing blow. Dark Zero fall to pieces as FlyQuest extend their lead.
Spark Chief was still up and alive. Dark Zero started picking off players, but they didn't get the Captain America with Freedom Charge.
Madara just jumps off, trying to reset so they can come back with the portal. Smart play, actually, from Madara there. I know a lot of people probably think that was stupid, but committing on the TP and then realizing, oh shit, we can't do this, and just immediately resetting is actually very smart.
Needs to make a quick 5 seconds is the timer. Can they get it down in time? It looks like they will be able to tap a foot as Galacta lights the overtime candle. Energy and the rest of FlyQuest need to stave the flood that is of Dark
Gotta be careful not to get run over by the Emma running at you in a straight line with the diamond form. Has Bucky ult, has to wait though for the Luna ult to probably be over. Vest's getting fucking pummeled. Yeah, he just dies. They get a trade though. This might be winnable. They've got the resets coming.
As Energy still has it ready. Can he use it? Can he find the value? Will use the clone to get the resets down.
He got another reset off that. Boom. Energy going crazy. Oh no, they grabbed him. Damn. The rest of the team fell apart while Smash was going deep. Or not Smash, Energy was going deep. But they can TP back, true. They flipped the point back. Yeah, I don't think they were paying full attention. That was a crazy play to just fucking TP back that quick. And they C9. What a play by FlyQuest. That strange portal was clutch.
Number 1, we are tied 1 apiece. FlyQuest and Dark Zero. This American Derby, putting on a show.
It's American Derby
of US and A. And FlyQuest and Dark Zero, we need one more round to separate these two in map number 1.
Energy has been doing such a good job as well. Like we saw from Smash's POV when he had the Dance of the Butterflies, trying to go in and put the pressure onto Cooper to force out the doppelgangers, to force out the regen domain, and it's just the immediate, actual, literal interception with the Trooper's Fist that applies the Earthbound debuff onto Smash so it can't dash away.
Yeah, Energy's just kind of carrying right now. Eight final hits, 16 and 5.
Brilliant micro plays coming through from him. And
DZ is much more balanced across the board.
He is one of those up-and-coming prodigies of duelists. He just has to prove consistently that he's going to be able to hit those highs. Speaking about hitting highs, Amazing is going to be starting off in the skies. He's going to be going over to the Ultron to be able to read FlyQuest positions a little bit better, plus put more pressure on Vision on the Jet.
A little bit of an interesting move from Dark Zero, right? Amazing operating on the Ultron, taking to the skies. A hero that got gutted in this season 4.5. Not much utility, not much ultimate charge available for Amazing, but still a hero to be reckoned with. Still has a lot of damage, still has a lot of
That's crazy. Who's saying this hero got gutted? I mean, kind of not wrong, but
the regen field already burned by
it's a good map though for Ultron because he can just hide in the trees.
FlyQuest in a trance, and it looks like they won't be able to, as Zealots open things up with that dance floor.
Can they force Velocity into using Lunar Ult's return? No!
Oh my god. Impunity's gotten so many kills on these mag ults. Big E from Vision though. Vest answers with his own dunk. And Vision gets both. Wow. Vest and Vision just fucking hard carry the fight.
To open up this first fight. However, Spark Chief with the Captain America should be able to give the Freedom Charge for FlyQuest to outlast.
An electric
that's actually so cute.
The feed for
Happy for you.
in that fight. Vest, the hometown hero of Atlanta, landing the dunk onto 2, and then Vision stacks it up with another. But now FlyQuest have their chance to come back into this entire best of 3 within this map number 1. Dark Zero, though, have to find a way to retake, and that key moment will be when will Rymazing use the Rage of Ultron as he gets knocked down for a tiny bit.
Yeah, that knockdown from the Tainted Voltage is absolutely brutal.
Gets actually cooked from across the map.
There's the Kraken impact. Rage of Ultron's
Oh man, they're really going for this right now. They do get the kill back. It's 5v5 now.
It's not in time though, and Dark Zero will be able to shut the Kraken impact down, but they still have to worry about Freedom Charge from Spark Chief, and they still haven't been able to find it in onto the point itself.
Dark Zero worried would gain
FlyQuest doing such a good job playing that back corner right now. Kills through the invis ult. Oh, that's pretty bad.
FlyQuest jumping in onto the site, but Dark Zero, they have that.
Wait, no, sorry. Oh, it wasn't through the invis ult. That was Dark Zero's invis ult. They invis ulted them and then jumped into it. Oh, I'm stupid.
It's all gonna come down to him if he's able to swallow up any member of Dark Zero.
The big thing about the Jeff ult as well is that it's CC immune, so what we
I don't actually hate Penny. I have no problem with Penny. I think just Penny just sucks. Just isn't good. You know, like I feel nothing to the character. I think people that there's a lot of people that think Penny's so good because like she's a stomper in a lot of the lower ranks, and then at the high ranks, if you're like one of 5 players who's really good, that you know you can really shine on her. But like if you just played something else, you'd probably actually do even better. You know. But yeah.
Amazing. Cooper's going to be able to mirror sustainability with Fate of both worlds. Fez uses the meteor to try and absorb it and send it hurtling back onto Dark Zero. And we've got a whole
Did he get one?
coming through from both of these teams, and that's always going to benefit something.
Good bubble. Dude, so much is happening right now. What a hook. Doesn't matter though, because someone got a reset.
He actually swallows up the 2 Vanguards of Dark Zero, and there they go, off to the sidelines, down 60 feet under as FlyQuest. They retake yet again and are able to get to that 99 mark, but that overtime meter should come into fruition. And in impunity, you need to get that portal gone. His hands are shaking.
They're TPing back.
What's at stake as Korova escorts Dark Zero.
Grabs him out of the sky. Oh my god.
And it's sent away. Dark Zero, can you get the retake down? FlyQuest, you're looking good right now.
FlyQuest does not want to let them flip this back. Oh, they TP back as well.
And will be able to pop it as soon as it's available, but that overtime meter still comes in. Rymazing has the rage. Can he find the Rage of Ultron? That will be the anger issue that Dark Zero get into a round win, but Sparchi
That's a big kill on energy.
the Freedom Charge vest, also close to his ultimate as well. Cooper will use that.
They're running forward with a Capel, trying to kill their backline as fast as they can, because they have Luna ult too.
That's going to be the fate of both worlds from Cooper.
We got in. Oh, we got an anti-heal.
There's going to be a moment, a window for impunity to come through with a huge damage boost with Aya Vagamoto. The Jeff ult from Vision, though.
Jeff, no way Vision does this again.
We're still in overtime. The Strange goes off the map. No setup for Aya Vagamoto. And FlyQuest just have to deal now with the last couple of players from Dark Zero's end. Here comes Aya Vagamoto.
The Aga Agamotto from downtown!
But he's not there in time. The max position was too far away.
Damn. The Jeff low-key saved him. Low-key, grabbing him, taking him 9 miles away, so the Strange ult's so late. Saved. FlyQuest wins the map. I'm setting you up again. Here's another Gamba. I'll be right back because I'm going to go take this plate downstairs. Ciao, be back in 2 minutes. Everybody get up, stretch, do what you got to do. We got a couple minutes before the next round starts. Big save from the
hometown hero, putting on a show as he tops the lobby as the best player in map 1.
Oh, we got to see so much amazing micro. We get a little bit more opportunity to be able to talk about it. A player I want to highlight is Energy. This is his first ever international LAN. He's so excited to be here. And we talk about, you know, some of these duelists really looking to see the future stars of the Marvel Rivals esports scene. Energy for me has been an absolute standout. The micro that he was doing, not just when it it came to being able to peel the Psylocke pressure. But also when we got to see that Kraken impact fight against all of the Loki doppelgangers coming on through, right? We got some amazing plays where he uses the Kraken impact on the doppelgangers to be able to close up the distance and put more pressure on the backline. And then what he does is so smart. He uses the Trooper's Fist onto the actual Loki himself so that it immediately limits the mobility of the Loki's disengagement and makes it incredibly obvious which one is the real one, so he can go from doppelganger to actual Loki.
And this is what we love about Marvel Rivals, right? These tiny, minute plays just making all the difference here. Some plays being bigger than others, but with these tiny adjustments, that's all the difference it makes in the highest level of play as energy. Yeah, the play that you literally just talked about is what you're showing on the screen at this very moment. Look at energy.
Right here. Gets the doppelganger, looks for the Kraken impact. It's overtime, is getting so much damage onto those players that are stacked on up. And I mean, Dark Zero, I think they would have had a really good chance of being able to take that first round if they had been able, rather, to predict the portal cast from FlyQuest. Like, going for a portal, not in an overtime fight, but before the overtime fight, it's a huge risk. We've seen it actually pay off dividends. We've also seen it bankrupt a team's opportunity to come back from the edge in terms of those fights. So it can be feast or famine, and for FlyQuest, it was an absolute buffet of positioning that they were able to gain access to, because Dark Zero just had absolutely no idea that they would go onto the objective that quickly. They were posted up so aggressively to catch them as they came through from the chokes with things like the Psylocke to control the angles, that it just spiraled out of control.
And you also have to go back, right? Dark Zero, they also dumped 2 strategist ultimates at the exact same time back in round number 1. And we talked about it as we were breaking down that fight. It could have been a mistake. We might be delving into it a little too much, but just dumping everything into the kitchen sink to try to get control of the site is something that some teams could do, but albeit very, very risky, right? If that falls flat, that gives FlyQuest a huge boost, not only in having a chance to respond, but also in that ultimate economy.
But we also got to see why so many of these teams are really stuck for choice when it comes to banning out the Mantis first or banning out the Jeff first. I think definitely on certain maps like Krakoa, Jeff definitely has a higher priority to be removed from players. We got to see, right? Vision, known for being one of, if not the best Jeffs. I think mechanically, probably matched only by Fate. I think Dridra, when it comes to Jeff play, is definitely up there in terms of ultimates. But we do see Vision and Fate, like the mechanics that they have, the damage that he's able to do as well. 21,000 points of damage coming on out from Vision, because we got to see every single time FlyQuest breaking the terrain, making sure that Vision had as linear and long an angle as possible onto Dark Zero's players, and that hindered Amazing's impact on the Ultra when we swapped into round 3.
And this is only map number 1. This is a best of 3 here in the upper bracket. The loser is still not out. They still have a chance in the lower bracket. So FlyQuest and Dark Zero, though, they really want to stay in that upper bracket, especially since the first 2 rounds of upper bracket are best of 3s.
Yeah, I think for Dark Zero too, like, they get the opportunity to decide where to go next. Honestly, I think Symbiotic Surface might be a decent call here, just because it means that the Jeff's impact, at least for the ultimate cast, is going to be a little bit limited, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see as we head into our second map. What map does Dark Zero decide to do? But before that, we will get a deeper look at Dark Zero as a whole.
Welcome everyone, I am Ironship here with Dark Zero, Madara, Smash, and Velocity. How are you guys doing today?
Doing awesome, doing great. Doing good, doing good.
First lane experience, how does it feel to be here flying into Atlanta?
Super fun. You know, you make friends with a lot of the players on the different teams, just from like playing ranked or scrimming. Getting to meet a lot of them in person has just been honestly the best part of this whole trip so far.
I really liked making LAN too, because like I got to meet these guys and it was like really cool.
This is the first time you guys have all been together?
Wow. Yeah, we boot camped in LA for 8 days before this.
For the fans of DZ, I would love to know personally, give me a breakdown, shot caller, banning, fight planning, alt tracking, all that kind of stuff. You guys have somebody that's
This guy does bans. This guy does bans. This guy does alt tracking. Alt tracking, the fight planning.
Fight planning.
Fight planning. You kind of chime in. You kind of all chime in. Yeah. We do mix it up. I do pretty much all the bans, but if someone like has an idea for a ban, they'll throw it out, and then I'll either be like, oh, that's a good idea, or I'll be like, that's a terrible idea.
I think I do a lot of the heavy lifting for most of the comms in game.
Yeah, he does a lot of pathing comms and like 3-2-1s.
Nice. And I kind of just call my flanks. I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
Call flanks. 3-2-1 flanking. That's it.
If my teammates take enough caffeine, they chime in a little too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta keep jumping on the bandwagon. You are a controller player, a controller.
So after this game, I'm gonna finish this series. I think we're probably gonna play some dispatch,
doing that at this level, which I think is a huge
and then after that, I was just messaging Jay.
Well, I'm a regular PS5 controller.
He's just asked me if I wanted to play Arc Raiders.
It's really helpful for a lot of the
But I don't know if we're gonna be on that late because I gotta hand out candy to trick or treaters.
Like fly characters, you want to. And then me personally, for my sense, I really play on a high sense.
Yeah. Coming from another top-down MOBA, coming in here to a third-person hero shooter, can you give me the walkthrough of kind of what that transition was like, or what brought you to this?
I used to play like Heroes of the Storm professionally, and then a couple of my friends started playing this game back when beta was in. We all started playing. We all got to like really high rank. What I really had to get used to was obviously like aiming. Like this is my first shooter game ever, so really had to get used to aiming.
Yeah.
I used to play on a 6,000 DPI, which was normal for a MOBA player, but apparently not normal for a shooter.
Sure. Are there any things that you think would be shocking that you've noticed in the meta that might change things up?
I think there's going to be a lot more rocket than last season for sure.
A lot.
A lot less triple support as well. I know, I saw some statistics. We were quite the triple support abusers. I think we've laid back on that a little bit.
At the end of the day, it's just like a mental game.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I agree. It's like we've beaten everyone in scrims. Badly sometimes. We've been beaten badly by everyone as well. I feel like it really just is who's showing up that day. I'm not going to lie.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. I've been iRunChib here with Dark Zero, a team that is brand new to the land, but are hyped to be here. An incredible talent. Looking forward to watching it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. Sorry, I just finished something. Have this kid ever recognized you while you're trick-or-treating? My neighborhood all knows me, so
surely go back into map number 2.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be. They're coming looking.
FlyQuest, the American Derby in match number 3 of our Ignite Grand Finals playoffs, and Moxie. What do you think Dark Zero decide to go for? There's a lot of different options. You have a convoy map, you have convergence maps to work with. Those are 8 maps already.
Yeah.
Which one do Dark Zero want to go for?
I mean, Convoy has strengths because it puts more pressure on trying to remove the Adam and the Loki stall composition, but you also have to worry about what Jeff is going to be able to do and whether or not you can actually manage to navigate outside of your own spawn into that triple hold. As it looks like Dark Zero, they've got their answer. So they're going to be taking us not to a convoy, but to a convergence, and we're headed over to Central Park. We did get to see a little bit of.
If there's a kid dressed as Reinhardt, are you giving them the whole bag? No, I'm calling the police. Fallen Angel in the prime.
To act as cover, and ooh, that's interesting. We get Dark Zero going for the Instaban on the
Emma Ban
Mantis,
Chef save.
Maybe this is trying to force FlyQuest into making a decision. Do you save the Jeff or do you save the Mantis? I think personally, I would go Mantis here because then it's going to force a ban line on.
Yeah, they get Mantis. Huh.
Just like that, FlyQuest opt to go for the Mantis. The amount of versatility, the amount of different ways you can utilize this hero is just so beneficial, but Dark Zero have to find a way.
Hello, I'm going to streamer streams and asking how they feel about Daredevil. Does he need a nerf buff or is he balanced?
Loki has been removed.
Yeah, nice try. I ended up in your Reddit thread. Hell no! I don't want in! Leave me out of it! I want out of here!
So they're going to be able to get both the Mantis and the Jeff. They don't get the Venom for the symbiotic shenanigans. And we're going to see Dark Zero also remove the Howler as well. So when we go to the defensive half coming in through from FlyQuest, they're not just going to be able to play for the pick potential composition and punish the walk-up that Dark Zero have to rotate into.
Oh, Adam save. Whoa.
From Dark Zero's end, which means
Dark Zero gets to save Adam for a round. They got Mantis and Jeff though on the other side.
Adam pick, a pick that has been so strong, not only here throughout the entire tournament. That Karma
Where is Gus? Gus is being a little weirdo today. I don't know what's up with him.
The draft.
You know, when I went downstairs, he was just down there staring at the door, like looking outside. But he, like, already went out. And then I opened the door, so I was like, oh, do you need to go outside? And I opened the door, and he just looked at me. He just, like, didn't want to go out there.
Too many options would allow Dark Zero to just take over the entire map. And
he knows what day it is. He knows what day it is, and he knows that they're coming. He knows the children are coming. Oh my god, he really is clairvoyant. He's a clairvoyant pug.
So strong. And Dark Zero and FlyQuest.
He knows the horde is coming. Intruders are on the way.
And now we set our sights on the second map of our American Derby here. Dark Zero on the offensive. FlyQuest will be on the defense. How long does it take until FlyQuest find the defense, or do they crumble in defense?
FlyQuest are on the full pocket energy composition right now. They're going to be able to come through with the Groot and Jeff ultimates together if they so choose, but it's also going to be about Zealous on the Invis Woman with the Guardian Shield, Sagas over energy, and the constant 24/7 damage boost from Cooper's end. As we're going to be seeing Impunity actually roll out on the Strange just for a moment, wanting to utilize that shield on the walk up. As if you keep an eye on the Strange,
the Angela.
keeping an eye on the Angela in your backline, because Smash is also on the Iron Fist. This is a split push coming through from Dark Zero, as aggressive as you would like it. He's trying to look for a spear slam onto one of these FlyQuest players.
Smash on the Iron Fist. We're on the Storm, the Iron Fist, and the Jeff and the Angela. What a comp! But FlyQuest just W keys and they all fall over. Oh.
Already down, so they're gonna have to run for the hills immediately, and they will have to wait another day for Madara and Smash to get that backline access.
I think the Strange is gonna stay too, because remember they went for the instaban on the Emma. Emma is one of the biggest things that Doctor Strange has to worry about, especially when it comes to those ultimates. His vision at the moment is entirely untouchable. Dark Zero, they've lost the element of surprise right now. We're seeing energy just trying to spam all.
They keep trying to kidnap energy off that high ground. If they get him, it'll be GR, but he's not gonna let it happen. Dies to a Groot wall.
The Groot walls from Sparksheet, which further isolate them from the team.
Yeah, the wall is just putting it right in between the strategist and the duelist and or Vanguard. Just
damn, the Mantis Groot team up, sitting on that corner.
To extend their current lead. And those Groot walls have been absolutely devastating on the side of Dark Zero.
You want to see more console content? I'm gonna be real with you, like,
through that tree, can they find a way to exit down?
It could be Kurova's ultimate, however, energy
making content on console is very difficult and harder on average than PC. And like most people, once they if they become a content creator, even if they start off on console, eventually work their way over to PC. Why? You're just way more at your disposal. You have more control. It's easier to record content.
To the halfway point, Dark Zero cannot find any room. Impunity, Amazing, and Velocity need to team up with their ultimate.
And also, overall, console is kind of casual. If we're talking gamers on a spectrum, between a hyper casual and hyper competitive, the further you go up the competitive aspect, the more PC players you find. And most people that are watching content are people that are going to be very deeply involved or kind of competitive. Or not competitive, sorry, take it more seriously / be more invested / be a part of the community more / be I guess not competitive's not the word, I guess. It's more invested are probably going to be PC people, you know?
This could be the moment for Kurova taking both of the Vanguards off the map.
Both Vanguards gone, the front line.
Except for Jinxie, dude's loyal to his Xbox. True, you're right. But what does he play Clash of Clans on?
One duelist off the map, but Amazing switches over to the Adam Warlock, is able to find the resurrection in time. Vez will not waste that Doctor Strange portal, will not wait, and he will just allow FlyQuest to contest his for a little bit longer. As Impunity with the
there's a very dark thing you have to think about in content creation sometimes. People like to see the journey, and they want to be a part of the journey. But if you ever get to the destination, people kind of fall off. And it's something that keeps me up at night a little. But I remember something that's made, I don't know if it's actually true. This is all speculation in the back of my brain, but I'm gonna let you hear my thoughts. I'd say the biggest gaming streamer right now is probably Queso, right? When Queso started, he started streaming in a different location. Like, it was like he bought a house. I know he has like a warehouse, but like, I don't know if it was at the warehouse. I don't know if it was like a house, something like that. Like about a year ago, he streamed in a different location for a few streams, and I remember seeing instantly on TikTok, in like a lot of things that were like, oh, I missed the trailer. And a lot of people were just like his camera changed. He got like a better camera. It's like, damn, the camera doesn't feel the same. Oh, the thing doesn't feel the same. And then he went back. He went back to the trailer, and he went back to the camera. Seems to be the old camera again. And I think that was a genius idea, because it keeps like that familiarity, you know. And where, you know, the Jinxie and console thing. If he made his name being console all the time, and everyone like was like, man, like he's one of the few console creators, swapping to PC then makes you like everyone else, you know? So it's like let's say you made content on like losing weight, right? I remember Agent talked about this. If you made content on losing weight, like people love to follow the journey of like you getting there, but what happens when you finish it? Like you get to the end and you do it. Or, for example, there was that guy who there was a guy on TikTok. His name was like Broke Meals or something like that, and he was like literally like not Brokey Budget Meals. It was a different guy, where like he literally was like eating like literal slop, and then as like he started getting paid more through the creator fund, he started eating better and better things, and then like upgrading his lifestyle, and like people got upset at that, you know. And it was like, whoa. Was it Hood Meals? Maybe, yeah. But like, it throws off your base, and like you think the goal is like to watch this guy improve his life, but that's not actually what people want to see. And it kind of ruins it. Yeah, Brokey Budget Meals is someone else. That guy's cool. Sorry. Deep philosophy yapping at that point.
Never found a chance to use it at a good time, but Energy and the rest of FlyQuest are starting to cycle their ultimates yet.
Yeah, I think you have a point actually with Asmon. I think you actually genuinely have a real point. I think a lot of people will see the not upgrading lifestyle with millions of dollars and like, oh, he's just like me, you know? But I think as people discover that more and more, they're just going to understand that if you do upgrade your lifestyle, or you change your lifestyle, or you change your habits, you just can't show them. Which is real, like that's real crazy, you know? No, I think it's always possible, PG. I think it's always possible. Although I think TikTok is extremely saturated these days. Oh my god, gets nuked. Is that stealing the prime? People will always find good content. If you make good content for a long enough time, your day will come. It always happens. The problem is you gotta show up every day. And showing up every day, when it ain't hitting, is hard. That's real hard. FlyQuest locked the fuck in.
To tag in, and they lose the round without getting to use the Kraken Impact.
A little bit of a what-if moment if they were able to get that Kraken Impact down. FlyQuest were able to get that defense going, only giving Dark Zero a single point. And that gives FlyQuest so many opportunities, so many ways, so much time for them to equalize, match what Dark Zero did, and they're looking good and on pace to get that 2-0 win.
Here's where the planning comes in for Dark Zero, though, because it is going
to
be
the Arc Raiders.
It is going to be their turn to go on the defensive rather than offensive. What I worry about is that Mantis was able
I would
to
definitely
get
move
secured
on.
the end of
Well, not move
FlyQuest.
on, but definitely try to get off there.
Have a lot of pick potential with both
For
the
sure.
Hela and the Namor,
But the problem
not
is, though,
really
is how.
relying on the ultimate cycle to be able to find those
It's a really
eliminations,
difficult thing to do.
much more in the downtime of rotation, so you want to have something like Matter and Impunity, just creating as much disruption on the front line as possible. But FlyQuest, they're going to be starting on the attack, and Central Park is one of these points where it's not just you walk main. There's so many angles that are available for that attacking side that the heads are going to be constantly on a pivot from Dark Zero's end. If anything falls through and they don't manage to mark it, it's going to be too late and first is lost.
And with those different routes available to FlyQuest, they will use that to their utmost advantage. Spark Chief on that Angela will look to circle around and behind Dark Zero and maybe look for a skewer into their own team. Dark Zero do have a way to go back.
Do they ban this match? You can see the bans actually the top left and the top right.
No way for FlyQuest to try to find an opportunity. Dark Zero also have to respect the space that FlyQuest are forcibly giving to them.
I can't commit to streaming because I'm faceless. Become a VTuber. Problem solved.
I mean, they've lost the pre-developed angle from both the Hela and the Namor of FlyQuest playing that aggressively forward with the Guardian Shield and the Mantis damage boost.
Oh my god. The Jeff damage, it's like playing Venom. The Jeff damage was just enough to help out get the kill with Angela.
So that when FlyQuest decide to get aggressive on the front line, there's no heals necessary to be able to sustain into it. Right, Mason, like you said, goes over to the Strange, looks to port one through. Kurova is going to have an invisible boundary for Dark Zero to be able to contest into, and it's going to
disappear.
Just have to wait for
Whoa, Kurova goes down after the invis ult. Uh-oh. Oh, FlyQuest is rolling.
Able to find things as well. Fess also capitalizes as well as Dark Zero fall apart, falling yet again.
My goodness.
Quick and you miss it. Will take over point one.
Vision's going to have its Chaff as well.
5 minutes to win one fight.
They used it. So FlyQuest are going to have,
and it's not a strong spot to be a defender on. Chat, this might be GR for Dark Zero. Chat, if this is GR of this series right now, I think we go to dispatch. Thoughts? Would you guys be cool with that?
It's just abundant now as 40.42 meters is the difference between a FlyQuest 2-0 victory and a Dark Zero defeat. Can they make it work?
Dude, it looks like the server's lagging. Do you guys see this? And they see 9.
No damage needed. FlyQuest get it done. 2-0.
So many resources, but not enough bodies on the objective.
FlyQuest takes the dub. 2-0.
One of the fastest Central Park pushes we have ever
I gotta go blow my nose. I gotta sneeze.
What a play coming through from FlyQuest, a team which I am sure many have touted to be getting all the way through to grand finals. And when they have performances like that, you really cannot doubt this team. They truly are superstars.
They have been on fire, the meta favoring them as well. So many of these picks being used in their favor. Props to energy as well. Just being able to click away from the likes on Dark Zero. Yeah, on the Phoenix, a hero that did not show themselves in this mostly in this entire group stage. Not many picks have been used because that Beyblade tech being able to animation cancel melee with the flight.
Well, that's also one of the reasons why Ensong Inferno was brought up so quickly. However, this is where the Mantis play comes into clutch, because you have a 12% damage boost on your Phoenix for the entire time, so Ensong Inferno is going to be generating just as quickly for this matchup as it would previously have on 4.0. And the fact that they were able to, on that first push, just off of threat alone, really quickly take control of all of those high ground angles that both the Hela and Namor were at the beginning of the round starting off on, with things like Spark Chief on that Angela pushing further forward and the Guardian Shield staggers from Zealous' end. There was absolutely no monopoly of space that the defenders should have had. They gave it all up.
Chat, would you guys be cool if we went to play Dispatch? Would you guys be cool with that?
No breaks. And that's exactly what FlyQuest did. A composition that really likes to take care of two different angles. The theory.
Chat, if you're here for Rivals, I appreciate you guys for hanging. On the YouTube side specifically, I'm going to end the stream. And I'm going to restart the stream for Dispatch. This way the VODs say as separate things. So YouTube, the stream is not going to be gone, but it will go down for approximately 2-3 minutes. You might have to refresh the YouTube channel to get it back. And I will catch you guys in like 2-3 minutes, and we're going to play some Dispatch. Sound good? All right. Be back in